Kinney was up next, and oh, Yama Esports, you're actually locking onto the CC as the first pick despite the nerfs? That's an interesting pick, I believe. However, they might just be comfortable on that hero. Toby does perform well into the gold lane with that hero and can be flexed in the EXP too if Dark does decide to play it. But this would mean that, what's the name again? Oh, Dakusena. Dakusena here do get the advantage to pick up on the Grok, the Hilda, the Jukshin. There's a lot of options open. The YSS is open to be stolen away from Raren's hands. Literally, a whole bag of options, but it's going to be Harabuchi locks in onto the Esmeralda once more.
I think you know why I'm smiling. Well, you can be happy seeing your husband, and I can be happy seeing my wife, right? So yeah, really happy to see the Zushin after a long while. But Peter, I haven't obviously seen him recently in the round, so I am expecting some best for him, and immediately I'm right now supporting Dakusena easily, right? I don't really care anymore.
I mean, we don't want the deja vu of the match where he played the Jushin against Joseph's Joy, and he just kind of sacrificed himself completely. But okay, in the side of Yama though, we can definitely see a slightly better draft, I would say, with the Grok picked up, the Xbox locked in. So those are a few probable options taken away from Dakusena's hands. So that is going to be very favorable for Yama right here. That's 2 fighters, 3 frontliners already. They just need a mage into the mid lane and possibly another tanky EXP laner. But as that goes, on to the banning phase though, Ray, what do you think might just be the second phase bans?
Second phase bans, you're going with, do you have your frontliners for the side of Yama Esports already? Makes sense. Do they just go for, I mean, this Xbox can be shifted back to gold lane if they want to, but at the same time, it's still a flex pick, right? Maybe they can just go for a mid lane ban from the side of Dakusena, just to make sure the Zushin has an easier time, like, targeting people, or maybe Yama is not going to be picking up an assassin, that's for sure. So, but on the side of Yama, their bans should be kind of straightforward. They should just ban out even more junglers, I think. Just so Ryu cannot actually get any advantage against Yama Esports in any sort of way, is my guess.
True, and they can just take out the Yisunshin, they can take out the Uranus, they can take out the Joy, they can take out the Guinevere. There's a lot of options open right now, but it's going to depend into the hands of Dakusena on what they want. They definitely take out the Nathan, good job. My students are doing well. Onto the hands of Yama though, they do need to take out the assassins. Whatever hyper Ryu plays, they need to take that out because they can't possibly counter the roam, because Jazz can just flex pick any of his heroes. The Hilda can be in, the Khalid can be in, and since this is an expanding river map, both of those heroes will be especially beneficial into the river area whenever the movement speed buff comes in.
I'm sorry a little bit, it just that's a little bit of technical issue in my end. Is my video feed lagging in some sort of way? Maybe it is. Because I'm somehow living in the past. I only see the Angela band right now. So, yeah, sometimes issues happen. So, can you carry it on for a few seconds? 1 second.
Yeah, definitely can. And honestly, with the Yisunshin getting taken out, we did predict it coming. We also have seen that Angela being a major issue into the match against CRQ, where Dakusena did lose it out. So they have learned their lesson. They take out the Angela this time around as well. Because of course she can be flexed into the mid lane along with the CC, the Xborg, and whatever gold laner Toby picks up. The Granger and Nathan are out of both, so Toby has the option of picking up on the Ruby here. But that would mean a lack of range onto the late game. Just the CC or Xborg alone won't be able to do much because Funny Valentine is going to be constantly melting their armors and shields. But there we go, Ryu locks it onto the Suyo. The recent buff change just the day before is definitely making Suyo a very valid pick into the jungle right now. The physical defense, shred comes in very handy, and especially against the Grok, that works out very well. Jazz, of course, has the option of the Hilda to be picked up, has the option of the Khalid to be picked up, and maybe even some proper frontline tanks, whatever he wants to go in for, will work out for them.
Yeah, I think I'm back right now. Just still slightly laggy, but I guess damn, I'm getting cursed by something. But jokes aside, though, I think the recent Suyu adjustment should be. I mean, I do get the reason because he has been very inactive. Yes, we do see him sometimes, like out of the blue, but okay, the Kimi and the 4 from Yamai Sports. I do think the Kimi's positioning is going to be mattering a lot, considering like there's obviously hide and push on the Esmeralda. There's going to be Suyu, who's not exactly the most what do you say, mobile, but at the same time, he's not someone that you can just easily ignore either. His first skill with that stun can be really
King
deadly
Kong hero
for
later and
opposing
King Kong
pieces,
hero
as
on
well as, of course,
Pishalene.
there's the Zushin right there. So let's see what will happen. Let me just quickly check
Kaya
if
naman kung sa pick kaya.
he has the cooldown left, which will help
Yeah.
him out spam more
Man.
skills right now, which should be more dangerous for Yama Esports as well. But Dakusena, they pick up the Hilda, which is
Yep.
surprising, wasn't banned out by Yama.
That is the exact point. Like Hilda has been like made so broken with the patch change that she is like a must pick or must ban. So I'm kind of surprised that Abyss didn't go for it and instead they decide to steal away the Grok. It's like you either pick or ban the Grok or it's the Hilda. Those two are like the prime roamers right now with the patch. So of course Kimmy and CC both will face a very hard time along with Xpog as well because as far as we have seen Jazz's gameplay, he loves bursting down the Faraga armors before a major team fight begins. But along with that, two very strong drops. Clutched easy onto the Xbox, Ryu onto the Suyo. It is all going to be a matter of how much can the
Khangde.
Xbox save up this Faraga armor before the team
Anima
fight
kalle.
because that is going to make a hell of a lot of difference for them.
Absolutely right there because Xbox Shield is gonna not. It's not about just being losing it. It's the fact that after he loses it, there's a lot of change pieces that will be showing up from the side of DS. There's obviously the Zushin, pretty
Kano na?
obvious, but at the same time, there's the Hilda who does have
Ho,
the
alida ko siya
defense
na. Ado,
reduction,
freeze to
as well
already
as the fact
khangde
that
ko.
DS well is
Iyo.
someone also that he has to consider. It's not going to be mattering that much to the Esmeralda. She can just sprint away. So okay, finally no more vengeance is it. He can just sling hit the Mythic quite a while ago. But yeah, Flickers coming in and Purify for Funny Valentine just to make sure that Purify for I think for Curtain Call as well as I think for the Grog's Tonic Charge just in case the charge comes in and he gets
Yeah.
knocked out. So yeah.
I mean, against the 4Ds as well, you have to watch out because when his stun is possible coming in from dark, and then he has the flicker as well, so he's going to go for the surprise setups. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. Game number 1 into day 3 of round robin stage in Mythic Showdown 2, and the very first match. Yama on the blue side and Dakusena onto the red side. Two very amazing teams, two very strong, comfortable exhausts for both of them. It's all going to come down to the execution and the little micro and macro nuances here and there. Both the jugglers are going to be starting off onto their blue buffs and they will be rotating towards the green side before the first turtle comes up. But along with that, ladies and gentlemen, this will be me, Sarah, onto the casting desk alongside Ray. The stage is all yours.
No, it's yours. You're supposed to be the play-by-play. What do you mean? I'm just kidding, guys. That is my impression of I don't know whatever the hell that was. If you watch American shows, I guess you can get it. But anyways, with it, simple rotations will be made around here. Since they have the Kimi can maintain good amount of distance, and Peter is not really bothered with poking that much either. They will have some safe play for now, at least before the poking game as well as the engages will start. Just so that just will try to put some pressure, but won't happen that much. But the one concern obvious, Yama Sports is going to be the Kimi to scale her up as much as possible. At the same
Kaya
time,
ba?
clutch TD, clutch smoke, clutch sleep as well, and to farm up as much as possible to get that crit damage on heads and of course the flanks. On the other
Mai
side,
ka ni pai kay no.
DS, they have a little bit of a mixed plan. First of all, they gotta make sure that Suyo kind of snowballs or at least doesn't loot the farm. And on the other side, they also gotta make sure the Harriet snowballs as well. So they will do things, but let's take a look at
Oh, the engage comes in though. Ryu is in very big danger here, and that is going to be finding out that kill pretty easily. Of course, Yama comes in with the early aggression as expected of the undefeated underdogs into this achievable top 8. However, the Firaga armor is unavailable as of right now, and Ryu will be back before the turtle has been taken down. Hilda though is kind of low and needs to go
Keshan
back
ka
at the
ko na
turtle.
taga RNTX
And
ka
of course,
swol ka
Clutch
pana
TZ
yun.
is going to be taken down this time around without
Iti ka
armor.
nang
Ryu
timiran daw
will
ni
not
iti.
find the retribution once
Pagay
more. And
na.
Abyss is
What
going to
the
find
hell?
the
Go na
double
sana yung
onto
edit na.
Jazz as well
Tak
as
siya ni mai
Ryu,
XP
as
ko. Mai XP
Viola
ang mai lian ng
away
ngam
the
na.
turtle
Mana
and
no ke
also
ito
the
itap taw
small
mo yamag.
jungle areas,
Yun
giving
na.
his team a major,
Mane
major
Abyss na.
lead.
Duga. Ano
I
mabani
guess
na.
we get it, Sarah,
King
why
ka
he went
mabani na
for
king
the
ito itap taw ya.
Brock, not the Hilda.
Pa
But anyways, taking a
Yun
look
nga.
into the emblem setups over here, I think there's
Game
nothing
yan
out of
mga
the
bata.
ordinary. I think this is going to be mostly simple setups that we usually see. The Hilda going for the single target enhancement. Really wants to bully someone as a roamer. That's kind of insane though. But I guess, hey, if it floats his boat, let him float.
Yep.
I mean, he's not exactly the one floating. It's going to be the
Chu
one
di
getting caught
di yaw
inside
ge ya. Di
the
ro manaw ya.
solutions lantern. But let's
Mo
see
tay
how
pa
well
ya
it
ni di
fares
ya.
because they have a few immune heroes. First of
Di
all,
ro bilip
Phobius
ge
is not
pe
exactly
ya.
the easiest target because he jumps
Game
around a
pa.
lot. Second thing, Kimi's not going to come
Mo
into the
di
range
mit
unless
yang
Peter
pa ni
goes in for an
Asuna ga
aggressive
effect
Crimson Beacon, which is
Manu
maybe he
ganyan
might
mo.
do that. Xbox
Nang ay na
will pick a ball.
papuna ay na
He can
sa
immune it
to
out.
wa ga
And on the
no
other
yi
side,
tour
Phoebe,
ge
I think you can pick him up after he uses the dash. So let's see.
Look at Abyss though, is getting marked down a little too much by Jazz and Peter, and at the same position twice in a row. So that's got to say something about Jazz and Peter being completely in sync to just mark down whoever comes in front of
goal
them.
is one
And of
pe
course,
tang le ya
Ryu
ni
is
ali
the one who
13
needs to play it just a little bit
Makari.
safe and go in when
Makari
Yama
mini
has
map yo
actually
mini map yo
used up their
Makari si
crowd
bully daw
control
doon
abilities,
mo
especially
um
Ted
tang
on
gang bang
jungle.
gay
If
do
Ryu gets caught, there
gang
will
bang
be
daw
no
dore ko
one
kan
to
gang
secure the
tatal sa
neutral objectives. On the side of EXP,
gang
though,
bang
both
daw
the
ito
EXP
mo na
are
po
just equally as good,
Maray,
and
okay.
they will definitely
Who's
be
Peter?
blocking it out amongst themselves and
Who
try to
Peter?
find
Who?
enemy damage
Peter
dealers
who?
before a team fight
Ni
begins.
mới lại làm siêu trò.
The goal lane, the only
Hello,
concern
tadi
is
ba?
for Funny Valentine to actually find the damage as
Hello?
Ryu is going to be finding Abyss TZ into the middle of it, but Viola is going to catch down Peter despite the nerfs. Viola on
Bro,
the
ini
field force
star
to
sila.
reckon with.
Star
He
bro,
steals
kano.
the flicker.
Nagalin na
He
star
walks
si
around
me,
now and
Jules.
pushes on to him,
Nagalin
and
na
now he
star
comes
si
back at
nagalin.
the turtle because he can see Ryu
Nagalin na
getting
star.
marched down. Jazz trying to go in for the engage is going to be caught out dangerously.
Eh, to jike keno mun ngre rayu na.
Ryu's
Zare
going to
ti.
find the turtle this time
Kai di
around
changa
as
mun
well,
ni
which
ko
is
do
going
man.
to find
Oye,
Phoebe
hal
into
le
the
yo
fight
ne
and is
ti.
still going in for more.
Mul
He's
ni wa
using
changa
down
aga.
Dark, and
Ati
Dark
ke ko ji do.
has only one method
Tanga
to
mun
escape,
ni.
which is going to be the flicker, and even Abyss was melted down the moment
Mythic.
it came back online.
Sa pai de
You
ga
know,
de.
I
But
was honestly
ku
expecting.
layu mo,
I
ku
think
layu mo.
Yama was.
Ku na tang tu ngi ko na nan
It's
pat.
just the fact that that's
Tong
a
abi
trio.
ku
He got
khang
a
ni
mini
but
Balmon ultimate on his second
sa
skill.
pai de
It's
je
a
le to le
very
le ne
easy
ni.
secure. So I don't know why they waited for the like. That dude has a soul saver. Let him use it, then try
Với
to
nhà pai de
go
ko di
for it.
pai
And
ni.
there's no way you can actually steal with an Xbox unless you use
Like
the
that, yeah.
ultimate. But okay, little
Ismail da jang ne repeat
Oryxes
but
will
sai.
come in pretty soon. But Kimi will get
Rotation
the
han na ba.
glowing wand, which will provide
Goal
them
ranking.
a little bit
Didn't
anti-heal, but it's not
Oh,
going to be
got
enough.
it.
He just Skypers. But look at the damage,
Got it.
damn, Abyss easy.
Again, bro. This is the
Target
third
sa
time
Audrey.
Abyss is getting marked down in that way,
Dark
but
trắng
at these two onto the top side,
man to
definitely marking down Dark a bit. But just because of the fact that Funny Valentine onto the bottom lane is
Eh,
unique,
pwede
he
click
already
nga
has a
ni,
turret
click
for
nga ni.
himself,
Pwede
which
mo
does
tawag.
give DS a slight lead of 700
Pwede
to
mo tawag.
800 gold.
Uli.
Hard to maintain
Sakto.
that though,
Nasawa.
because currently they can't really find that kind of an
Os
edge. But
pazare de metri suyugi asidane suyugi
down
talli
in an
mitta.
instant. And even Clutch TC has to out his way
Hello,
out
tade be.
of that team fight situation.
O tawrami ke nogi
Oh my God, the
inner
stop
life
wall
permit to
again
nagaling
comes
aduri
down
maitay ako
quickly
maitay di chang
into
data
tier
maitay ako
one,
di chang din na.
completely zoning them away though. That's a little bit of aggression coming in onto the bottom side as well as we see Jazz.
Ado hoy ay mamang chabo chang gi de ba do.
One kill on mid, one kill on board.
Ay mamang nagaling chalu chang de ba do aduna ay di maitay di chang ako ba da ka lay te ha ba.
With this
Mathaw ta
advantage,
din.
what do they do? They got to
Ay
try
di
to
ato
make
pa
it
kay no
with Turtle easier though. I think this will be easy because
Pwede
of
di.
course the fact
Ado
that
ko ba
it's
do
easy.
taka lay
Although
te da
Elphaba
inner life permit
doesn't
ako
really
siya
feel
may di
like he's
mapalam
gonna
west
have 10
bengal ko ba
seconds,
ma
so
to
the
mo
last
palam
circle
di mo
will
mayam
go in
di.
favor of Ryu.
Kaya dahil nagaling man ni purim ching ni na.
On top of Ryu, that's crazy.
Ano ato pa nakan
Genuine
ato pa
win.
siya chang pudo
Like,
adugi
it just
chang ni hawan ni
disappeared
ako
only
kinoy
after
chang
the
do
turret
man.
came in. That's kind of insane. But I guess that's kind of nice that he's only been
Ano
farming.
do hangge daw
I
dati
mean, that
kay
should be
tawdira
something
ko
you should be doing as a jungler that shoots snowball. And on the other side, though, Titan Bush gets a kill on Clutch TV
Boy.
while we were focusing on the turtle. I was not expecting. I thought he might survive.
Mizoram du chang de ako chang ni haram do chang daw do.
tectonic charge onto
ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ
Ryu.
ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠ
It's a
ꯍꯞꯇꯥ ꯑꯃ
primary
ꯀꯩ
there
ꯑꯃ
was no
ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯅ
backup coming in from the side of Yama. That's very unfortunate right there because it was a
ꯃꯌꯥꯡ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯡꯗꯤ
beautiful
ꯆꯪꯉꯦ
set
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ
coming in
ꯆꯪꯗꯦꯕ
by Abyss right onto Ryu. However,
ꯍꯣꯏ
Ryu did
ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯔꯁꯦ
manage
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ
to
ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯇꯨꯗ
manage
ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯇ
to
ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯨ
defend
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
it,
ꯇꯧꯔꯁꯨ
but
ꯌꯥꯏ
no,
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅ
Toby is the one in danger. He gets taken down
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯐꯔꯦ ꯐꯔꯦ
already. Two members, three now onto the top side, and Abyss has to flicker out of that situation. Dark tries to go in for something.
ꯄꯨꯡ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯩ
Is
ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ
getting
ꯅꯣꯏ
in for the pursuits on. He's trying
ꯁ꯭ꯅꯥꯏꯞ
to
ꯇꯧꯁꯦ
still take
ꯁ꯭ꯅꯥꯏꯞ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ
more.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯡ 3ꯗꯩ ꯍꯧꯁꯦ
Doing
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ
it, however,
ꯄꯨꯡ 3 ꯄꯨꯡ
Esmeralda
3 ꯄꯨꯡ
with
3
the engage once more will be
Oi, oi.
taken.
ꯄꯨꯡ
No,
3ꯗꯩ
no,
ꯍꯧꯔꯅꯤ
no,
ꯑꯦ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ
no, no.
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦꯕ
Okay, finally. Thank you
ꯄꯨꯡ
for
3ꯗꯩ
taking that
ꯍꯧꯔꯅꯤ
kill, Viole. Much
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
respect to you, but
ꯑꯣꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯣꯜꯂꯦ
Jazzo
ꯑꯣꯜꯂꯦ ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
gets
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
immobilized. Viole with the
ꯀꯤꯜ ꯑꯅꯤ
outplay.
ꯁ꯭ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯤ
Is
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯝꯃꯗꯤ
going to be
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤꯗꯨꯗ
taken up on the Sky Piercer thanks to
Only
that.
now?
ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯕꯤ ꯑꯦꯁꯅ ꯐꯖꯩꯌꯦꯅ
That's
ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯐꯁꯦ
gotta suck, right? Because I honestly
ꯕꯤ
thought
ꯑꯦꯁꯅ
he
ꯁꯥꯟꯅ
had the
ꯈꯠꯂꯦ
Sky
ꯒꯦꯝ
Bracer, but yeah, I just remembered he didn't have the item just yet. But look at
ꯃꯥ
that,
ꯍꯩꯇꯕꯩꯅꯦ
actually gets the
ꯀꯥꯏ
feather
ꯍꯩꯇꯕꯩꯅꯣ
venom.
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯗꯔ
Guys, one of the main things that you gotta
ꯅꯪ
consider is
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ
Sky
ꯑꯦꯛꯁ
Bracer
ꯕꯣꯛꯇꯗꯤ
is
ꯇꯨꯡꯒ꯭ꯔꯅꯤꯅꯦ
priced at
ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯤꯗ
1800 gold, so it's really easy to get it compared to the rest of the items. It's basically
ꯑꯗꯣ
maybe
ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ
like only 60% of the price of the
ꯃꯤꯠꯇꯨ
rest.
ꯂꯦꯞꯇꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ
So
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯃꯥꯅ
getting the
ꯉꯝꯗꯣꯏꯕ
Sky Bracer actually doesn't
ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯤꯗꯗꯤ ꯈꯔ
mean that you're
ꯉꯝꯃꯣꯏꯕ
getting a
ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯤꯗ
second
ꯃꯣꯏꯅ
chance
ꯈꯔ
slot. It's
ꯁꯣꯏꯈꯤꯕꯩꯅꯦꯕ
still
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
kind of a way,
ꯗꯥꯀꯨꯁꯦꯅꯥꯅ
and that's why I always
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
want to
ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦ
mention this fact that getting the Sky Bracer
ꯅꯣꯏ
through
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯅꯣꯏ
the
ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯒꯦ
mother
ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯕ
icon is
ꯑꯥꯏꯖꯦꯟꯒ
still
ꯄꯨꯂꯞ
it's still
ꯀꯅꯥ
gonna take
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ
time. But
ꯉꯥ
what is that?
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯗꯣ
On
ꯊꯣꯃꯥꯁꯀ
mid
ꯇꯧꯔ ꯁꯥꯟꯅ
lane,
ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯤ
of course,
ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯀꯣ
Ryu is getting picked off right now. Viole
ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯦꯅꯦ
securing that killing spree.
ꯊꯣꯃꯥꯁꯇꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯛ ꯈꯪꯉꯔꯣꯏ
Possibly
ꯀꯥꯏꯅ
the beginning of a
ꯊꯣꯃꯥꯗꯨꯅ
much awaited comeback for the side of Yama because Kimi into the late game is
ꯐꯥꯕꯤꯗ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔ
absolutely a
ꯂꯩꯈꯠꯂꯛꯑꯦꯅ
beast. Like, might just be even
ꯔꯤꯀꯣꯜ
worse than that.
ꯈꯞꯆꯜꯂꯛꯄ
And
ꯅꯣꯏ
ꯃꯣꯏ
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔꯗꯣ
her
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ
damage is
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔꯗꯤ ꯀꯥꯏ
consistent through and
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯣ
through for every
ꯁꯣꯃꯥꯗ
single
ꯔꯤꯀꯣꯜ
second of the
ꯈꯞꯆꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯀꯩꯝ
late
ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ
game. And Harriet has a momentary burst
ꯅꯍꯥꯟ
of
ꯑꯥꯏꯖꯦꯟ
ꯃꯣꯏ
ꯍꯣꯏ
damage
ꯇꯥꯕꯗꯣ
once it gets to like
ꯑꯥꯏꯖꯦꯅꯣꯏꯒ
45
ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ
seconds.
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯍꯣꯏ
So
ꯍꯣꯏ
of course he needs to play it safe. And look at that.
ꯊꯣꯃꯥꯅꯦ
He's
ꯀꯥꯏꯁꯅꯦ
already getting marked down quite
ꯄꯞꯄꯨꯅꯦ
a lot.
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
It's
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ
crazy as
ꯈꯪꯗꯦ
they're
ꯑꯃ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯗꯣ
sustaining
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯀꯥꯎ
the
ꯃꯣꯏ
pressure
ꯃꯔꯛꯇ
out on
ꯁꯥꯎꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯃ
HBL. And
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦꯀꯣ
once he
ꯍꯣꯏ
picks up the
ꯂꯦꯂꯥ
map
ꯕꯦꯟ
and the
ꯇꯧꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ
arena into the
ꯐꯨꯕꯗꯨꯗ
late game, he is going
ꯒꯣꯜꯂꯦꯟꯗꯨꯅ
to
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ
be
ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯒꯣꯜꯂꯦꯟꯗꯨ
like
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯀꯥꯎꯔꯦ
sustaining a lot more than he's already doing now.
ꯑꯥꯏꯖꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯦ
But
ꯒꯣꯜꯂꯦꯟ ꯃꯁꯛ
the thing
ꯈꯪꯗꯦ
about late
ꯃꯦꯠꯁꯅ
game is
ꯊꯣꯃꯥ
that you
ꯂꯩꯔꯦ
have
ꯅꯪꯅ
to
ꯇꯦꯡ
scale up
ꯂꯩꯔꯦ
a lot as well. And
ꯑꯗꯒꯤ
Harriet,
ꯀꯥꯏꯁꯅꯦꯕ
unlike
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔꯗꯨꯅ
Kimi, who can run out the energy if there's no target, but oh, Hydran Boost getting
ꯄꯥꯠꯂꯤꯗꯣ
a lot of pressure
ꯀꯥꯏꯁꯅꯦꯕ
right there on top.
ꯆꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯍꯦ
Run away. That's the specialty of this lady. She just runs away.
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯡꯗ ꯖꯣꯟ
And
ꯑꯦꯁꯃꯦꯔꯥꯜꯗꯥ
ꯇꯧꯗꯅ
ꯆꯪꯒꯔꯦ
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯡꯗ
so any of the kills
ꯑꯣꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯅꯤ
that you
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥ
win,
ꯃꯊꯟꯇ
other members will
ꯂꯩꯈꯠꯂꯦꯅꯦ
go
ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨꯗꯤ
into the
ꯎꯄꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ
bank of who is Peter right now. Does Peter count as two?
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯊꯤꯕꯤꯅꯤ ꯑꯣ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯊꯤꯕꯤ
But
ꯑꯣꯀꯦ
7-9 score. Yama
PTV.
Sports, they're behind a little
Jazz
bit.
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔ
though?
ꯃꯌꯥꯝ
But sure,
ꯈꯣꯝꯖꯤꯜꯂ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯩꯁꯦ
Jazz,
Oh,
what was that?
Jazz?
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯊꯤꯕꯤꯗꯨ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯕꯣ
Definitely a
ꯄꯤꯅ
very
ꯉꯝꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ
good
ꯃꯥꯁꯨ
position, but you're in the middle of 5 people, sir. You might want to back off, and that's exactly what he did with the flicker. But that means that the flicker does get used up before the Lord fight, which might just be a disadvantage, considering the fact
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯁꯤ
that
ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ
Kimi
ꯀꯤꯃꯤ
has
ꯀꯣꯏꯇꯥꯟ
his flicker
ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯕꯤꯗ
and will
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦꯅꯦ
be
ꯀꯤꯃꯤ
able
ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤ
to
ꯀꯤꯃꯤ
escape
ꯐꯥꯏꯠ ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
much more than possible. So of course, DS here need to consider the timings of
ꯀꯝꯕꯦꯛ
Jazz's flicker to be coming back. They
ꯀꯩꯗꯩꯅꯣ
need
ꯃꯣꯏ
to
ꯐꯥꯏꯠ
stay on
ꯁꯣꯏꯔꯤꯁꯤꯕꯣ
on the Lord fight, and they also need to
ꯑꯩ
protect
ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯦ
the
ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏꯃꯦ
backline as much as
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ
they possibly
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯅ
can.
ꯖꯣꯟ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕꯗꯣ
Now,
ꯀꯤꯃꯤ
of course,
ꯃꯊꯟꯇꯅꯦꯕ
if
ꯁꯤꯗ
Kimi
ꯗꯦꯃꯦꯖ
will try
ꯄꯣꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯦ
to take
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒ
Kimi will
ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯕꯣꯛꯀ
not be
ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯕꯣꯛꯇꯤ ꯁꯤꯜ
investing as
ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ
much
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦꯅꯦ
time as he would like to.
ꯃꯤꯠꯇꯩꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯕꯤꯜ
This
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯑꯒꯕꯨꯗꯤ
was
ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯕꯣꯛꯅ
his
ꯃꯃꯥꯡ
goal
ꯆꯪꯉ
to
ꯁꯥꯟꯅ
win the
ꯌꯥꯅꯦꯕ
Valentine after all.
ꯆꯦ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯩ ꯀꯥꯟ ꯎꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦ
But
ꯅꯪ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯞꯇꯣ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ
but
ꯃꯤꯅ ꯍꯥꯏ
should I say but? No, no.
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥ ꯆꯪ
Listen,
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥ ꯀꯅꯥ
and
ꯐꯨꯕꯤꯗꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯤꯗ
the fact that they have
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ
been scaling up
ꯀꯤꯃꯤꯅ
on
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥ
Jazz
ꯍꯥꯠꯄꯁꯨ
as
ꯉꯝꯗꯦꯕ
well, but
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯁꯦ
Jazz
ꯀꯩꯝ ꯇꯧꯗꯦ ꯃꯆꯤ
There
ꯂꯦꯡꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
was
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ
a
ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯕꯣꯛꯅ ꯀꯥꯝꯕꯗꯕꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ
the last series
ꯑꯦ
Sunny
ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯞꯇꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ
came
ꯌꯥꯝ
in
ꯊꯤꯅ
too
ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯦ
early
ꯗꯥꯀꯨ
along with the
ꯁꯦꯅꯥꯅ
traction pulse as well. And the item bush
ꯅꯣꯏ
is
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯅ
still very
ꯆꯨꯝꯒꯅꯤꯅꯦ
healthy. And
ꯗꯥꯀꯨ
he's actually
ꯁꯦꯅꯥꯅ
going for
ꯑꯣꯠꯂꯤ
more,
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
but the tectonic charge lands onto two. Funny
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
has to
ꯁꯤꯗꯤ
flicker out of that. Knockouts
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
coming
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
in once
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
more.
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯅ ꯈꯔ
Jazz
ꯇꯧꯗꯣꯏ
has to
ꯃꯉꯥꯏꯔꯦ
run away. He's going to be caught out
ꯑꯗꯣ
very
ꯀꯤꯃꯤ
low.
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ
Viole is going
ꯀꯤꯃꯤꯅ
to find Funny
ꯐꯨꯔꯛꯀꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ
Valentine in
ꯀꯤꯃꯤ
the middle of it.
ꯁꯠꯇꯕꯩꯅꯦꯕ
There's
ꯀꯤꯃꯤ
no
ꯃꯥꯔꯛ ꯇꯧꯔꯗꯤ ꯒꯦꯝ
damage even
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦꯕ
left for the side of Dakusena.
ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ
But Jazz will find a pistol. It's a 1-for-1 so far now. A 2
ꯑꯦ
for 1
ꯗꯥꯛꯁꯤ
Viole.
ꯗꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
Once
ꯗꯥꯛ
more,
ꯁꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
the final
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯒ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥ
ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯁꯤ
backline.
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔ ꯒꯙꯥ
Trying
ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ
to
ꯁꯀꯤꯜ
find
ꯁꯨꯁ ꯂꯥꯎ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯄꯗ
Viole
ꯇꯧꯒꯦ
wants
ꯍꯥꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯒ
to flicker out
ꯑꯃꯨꯛ
to
ꯍꯥꯏ ꯂꯩ ꯋꯥꯅꯤ
safety. Three
ꯏ
left
ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ
on
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
the
ꯁꯨꯁ
side
ꯇꯧ ꯇꯧ
of Yama.
ꯀꯥꯝꯊꯣꯛꯄꯗꯣ
Four now and two onto the side of
ตัว
Dark
ปังไม่แนว
Crusader.
อันนี้มันไอ้ดิยัง
Snap
คุยหน้าแรว
by
เกมดู
single-handedly
อาชีอิสมาเอลดาสินะอิสมาเอลดาสิกันนะโกลเลนละมึงแก
to
ไอรอนบุช
victory
นี่
if they shall.
ไอรอนบุชนะแกโนโดกิมิโดไปอันนั้นเอาเดทีมไพ่มวยเนี่ยชุ่มงำเนี่ยฮะ
confidence because I would not
แต่
be
ก่อน
staying
ก็
on the HP if I was him and Esmeralda was
แน่น
dancing
จะ
in
น้อง
front of
สี
me.
แย่
But
น้อง
since the
สี
fact that the
แย่
jungler was down,
ทีมไพ่โต
oh,
แกโนโต
จะนั่น
เล
จะ
ย
แน่นะ
play, but then you look at
Team
on the
fight
other
ก็
side,
เป็นแล้ว
just
นะ
four
Nana sana Kimi
Radiant
chang
armors out of
Radiance.
hand of Yama
Kimi build
Hitsuko.
kenogi Ismailda build
Yeah,
so
it
Radiant
just went
charo
well.
dam Black armor
Darius,
sa dam
Esmeralda, and Zushin. All
Early de
four
Radiant
heroes.
asing ne Radiant armor sa ba ne Black ai taw wa Radiant armor sa ba Black armor sa ba ne
Here.
Black armor sa
Might
ne
be
chang
dishing out some damage,
keno
but
taw ba hele ba
Darius,
wa ba hele ba
he has
Ismailda
the
da
seven
early da
C's, guys.
Masai
Asi
shield
He
yaw
seven
yo
C's Hilda right now. She
asigi
hurts.
Oracle do
In
lo
fact,
sharadi saning
the
sa
team we are
yare.
respecting the
adune
champion
je
should
Oracle
have
sa di
more
build sa
focus.
hai
That's
tra ba
really good because he
Oracle
can't
nang hai do book sa re na Oracle sa re na aduga Blade direct chat pa
in any
Kimi na
shape or
kapa chang
form.
dam ne ba
And
bata
right now
bata
he
ha
goes
masan tan i han jab ne ai
armor
han taw i
IP
do keno na
really
sarak pa
is
da
very
wrong
favorable of
kom na
the
sarak pa da
Esmeralda. You know, just
Kimi
Kimi
na
like
fayana Kimi ka padi sang ro ba ji
but yeah,
sisi na hayam me khalo ba
to be fair,
sisi ne puro pudi
that's a
kamai
loss
taw.
again. But
Sisi na di pura
Asigi
kani do Kimi
it is
khalla ga ba
Xbox
Kimi
hai
da char sang mai wari ni dai hai
guys. It's pretty funny that
Bada
you
he
have this
ni
enemy
kaka
collaboration
nas
skin. Who could have thought that you could see
tap pune Kimi
Harris
je
and
ka jal
Kill on the same map?
Kena kara
But
formula.
yeah, since the score, wow,
Oh,
10-10.
right.
Wow, this game could be a 10-10, but let's see the statistics
o
though.
ye
On
ni
the
na
side of Yama, they have one turtle, one lord, and one turret. Damn. And on the other side, they
o
have
ye ni
two
status di lai
turtles,
kha le he
zero
bada
lords, and two
tak
turrets.
la ma ga ni da
Imagine
tau
they
chali
also had
ni
two
ya
lords. That would have been pretty funny. 1-1-1, 2-2-2.
ni
But
ka yeng ge
doesn't
da
look like the case. On the okay, on the
Yang
top,
ay
there's
Are.
saksabi.
pressure coming in
ayu
from
sak
top.
cha dria mai sak lang khala
Looks
wa
like some push coming in. Okay, the
ai kha
cross has been
le
done, so I think that turret is
muk
alive
puk
right
ne
now.
am ti
So
ma ku ku
where do they
lam
go
he
right now? Top,
Cancer na ro.
the mid. I think
Exactly.
top.
They need, yeah.
barbecue
Top
ni
is should be the priority with
brother
the amount of
sak
minions
sa
changing
di
in.
o
And the thing is that Viola is so
how
omnipresent no
ti cha
matter
da
who
wa
you're
ku thui
fighting.
da lai ka
It's
le
like
ji
there's
ji au
nobody
ni
to
ho
mark him down
Just
properly. And
no one
bada
hela
bada
bana.
di me mu de ne
oh,
pa
okay, but Ryu trying to pull
No
off
one
something
how
there,
sa
but he
hela ba.
can't really
ele hen
because Viola does have the
mm je
escape mechanism.
paket
But
pa dia ya
a
do
bit easy
mm de
though,
pinky
trying
mar
diving
mm
right
de
into the
paina da
turret,
wan
but his
do
damage
yeng
dealer was getting
drop
marked out far, far away, and
Just
he
insanji.
sacrificed his life.
dak
Right now,
matau
Matilda
man
can't
na
even find that.
dak
So
tau
of
ni
course,
ti mana dak ya
Viola
na aina
what
khang
needs
da
to do
yam
here
hai
is actually
gai
find
noi ga
that
sana mi ne
knock-on
ga dak
advantage
ya dam
of
ne
Peter,
ka mai bak
and
long
that
phai
could
chuan
actually lead them to a better situation over the map
Ya
control.
dam ni ya
What
tai.
Darius needs to
ase
do
mai
here is
nang noi ga
find
sana ga na ya de ha ba mai
additional
xp du yau de
items
ha ba
at least both on the
mai
top
phobias tu
and
ngai
the
re
mid
mai khar sana
if
ba
they
ba
want to chunk down the
ai khang ba da
HPs of Clutch TZ
phobias
directly. It
phobias
will
tu
be
mai khar
easily
sana
with
noi
his F4
nang
tags,
noi pat pul
and
ka
you
na
need
ka na kai
flourishing
impurity da na
rifles
tro
against them, especially because of the fact
Te.
they have
kai
so
da
many radiants stacked up.
Hane squad to ne gen.
karamba
And the Radiance
Men da.
itself
me na ji
stacks up.
karamba
So the
kana
longer
da
they fight,
prime
the
da
longer they get the mana to heal.
Eternity da.
So only the
Eternity ga
Harris
ne.
right now
Pra
is
ngai lau thok de
physically
mahai
able
loi
to
hana da
fight
ko.
as well as
Aina
dish out
tenga
some
sana sala.
damage. Zushin, of course, he cannot do that. He
yauri
doesn't
so
have the
yauri
divine
so yauri
himself, and I wouldn't recommend the divine because her
na
job is not
adu ga na
exactly to
ma
dish out the
kaisu
maximum amount of
phajadam
damage,
ai
more so
khang
to provide the
ya
control
dam ne
that your
mai
team
xp
really
do
needs.
to
But
ba
right now,
pa
putting in the pressure on the top. Look at
yo
that.
lo hai
Pause and Hiram Bush
mare
is the
na
one
mana
getting marked
mo
out,
team
has
ni
to
ma ki
sprint
di
out.
do
The
wait up to
situation is taking in
pam
quite
mo
a
pu
lot of
da
damage down to a very low
mid
HP,
game to
and
mid na
somehow
last na mid
Xbox
tai
without
na
the armor is
kano sino mo
just not getting
yamana pai ne hai
wrecked.
do
That is the major issue that
early da nei
facing this
hodra ga di pai
game,
lai ta bi ne ba
and that is
xbox ki
exactly why you need the wishing rifles like
ka
Hiram was
ma ga
mentioning. And now all the members from the side of Yama are actually
so
getting
yauri
double
so
right.
yauri
So
rntx
Harith
yauram
and the
gini
Justin need to figure something out if they want to do something, and
rntx
yeah,
yauram
they
gini so
finally
yauram
understood
gini
the
da moi
situation
round
and that is
robin
how
hana
they're
ya gam do
surviving
moi
out now.
ya da de moi mitik
Absolutely
round gini
right,
di
because
charge ka
I
mai
think the
team
wishing
no
lantern has to be bought by Funny Valentine, but at the same time, he does need a
Cái mà
buff
hắn
to
dụ phải
deal
là
some
cái
more true damage. So I think he'll have to first prioritize the green
thì đâu thì hắn dụ
pistol
đi rồi
himself,
đâu chúng
or
đi bộ.
else I don't think his Cerulean Sight would be worth it in
Ama
order to
hắn
actually
dụ
scale
spy
up his
spy
damage. I
đâu.
mean, he's already
Parano.
got to be level 14, so the
Ra
damage in
đến
this
sẽ
game
cái
is going to be
hay
increased
vật
if he doesn't
team
get
đó
it sooner or
ta
later
không
because
gì
it's
ta.
already been 15
Mai
minutes
hero
and the
pose.
Lord's going to be
Yang
spawning in the
one
second
ya
half of
draft
the game.
tàu.
And the last
One
time
Zero
around,
thôi
he
draft tàu
got it
giờ
by making
ma
sure
ha
that
phải draft
Ryu
tàu
was
tới
not
rồi.
present in the map itself. He
Ki
was
nga ta ne
on the
mai di
respawn timer. But this time around, he's alive, he's
ngarang edit
well,
ka pai khat li
and
dire
I
le
don't
khat
think
le
he'll
ngeno
have to
brother
risk the huge chance of a steal coming in. Look at that on the top lane.
Kobe definitely gonna be taken down. Hilda
Phố
as
lê
well
mai
as
xì xì
rifle
rồi.
damage coming in, but
ole
Clutch Easy though melting down the Lord as
yaro
much as
ya
possible. Hiram was trying to scout them down, mark
Mẹ
them
làm
down
cái
for
hay là
a little
dream
bit
phải
of
tay
course,
phải.
but Clutch Easy will find the Lord pretty easily.
cái
However,
sign
Hiram
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ
to definitely try to find
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
something.
ꯐꯖꯅ
Ball is
ꯇꯦꯡꯉꯤ ꯄꯤ
present there, gonna be caught out of the
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔ
traction.
ꯃꯤꯠ
Ball
ꯂꯣꯏꯅ
as well as
ꯐꯖꯩ
the
ꯑꯝꯇ
tectonic
ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯦ
charge, and he gets
ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ
taken
ꯁꯥꯟ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
down.
ꯐꯣꯟ
Monster
ꯕꯤꯜꯗ
kill,
ꯐꯣꯟ
but
ꯕꯤꯜꯗ
right
ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ
away, right
ꯕꯤꯠꯇꯣ
away.
ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣꯏ
Nobody was
ꯕꯤꯠꯇꯣ
present to
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯣꯏ
give
ꯐꯣꯟ
him the
ꯕꯤꯜꯗꯗꯤ
backup he
ꯕꯤꯠ
needed.
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯅꯤ
But
ꯐꯨꯗꯔꯅꯤ
was
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ
MI Sports took
ꯀꯗꯥꯏ ꯕꯤꯠ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯁꯨ
advantage
ꯐꯨꯔꯅꯤ
of that and came out with the Lord as well as a kill into their belts.
ꯂꯣꯏ ꯐꯨꯔꯅꯤ ꯈꯪꯉꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯥꯎꯔꯅꯤ ꯁꯦꯒꯥꯛ ꯂꯣꯏ
I'm
ꯆꯠꯄꯅꯤ
still curious if you know
มีนิคูว่า
I just missed it. Sorry. The Holy Crystal. The Holy Crystal.
ไม่
The
กระดาน
main
น้ำพายมัน
literal
มี
holy
อย่าง
factor for DS right
ใช่
now.
ปะ
Because
อีกอย่าง
ไอ้มา
fundamentally,
ไกลน่าสิ
Mythic
จ้า
is
สินะโรงกับฉันนั่นเลย
90%
พี่นะ
of his max
ไอ้เหี้ย
production
ย้ำเลย
is
เนี่ย
one
โก
item
โก้จะ
away.
ดัง
But since the Holy Crystal and the Ceruleum side just work so well, Ceruleum
ไอ้
side,
ใช้
sorry, I
โด
keep
นบุช
calling
ใน
it
EXP
Ceruleum
ก็ไป
because I
เห็น
don't know,
แล้ว
maybe Pocket
ไอ้เราบุ
Ceruleum,
จิ
but
XP
it's
นี่กัน
Ceruleum
บ่ได้
side. And the Holy Crystal just
แกโน
managed to
สิ
run
จ้า
through
สิ
the rest. And
EXP
post
นี่
Peter, they
มวย
still got
DSK
their yet to get to level 15, so they better watch
เอา
out.
ตัวมวย
Peter,
XP ก็ได้
Crimson
สิ
Beacon.
Okay.
จ้าสินะไกลไปเนาะเตียงไปหรอ
ฮิ
ฮิ
ล
ล
ดา
ดา
รวมไปสิ ฮิลดารวมไปสิ
ให้โดนบุชิเตียงเปลี่ยน XP เปลี่ยน
ให้โดนบุชกันนะครั้งขนาดช่วย
defend this out
ก็ต้องได้ยอมมี
safely
เนาะ
enough. However,
ให้
they
โดนบุ
are
ชิครั้ง
going
เงี้
to
ยมา
put
มิ่ง
down
ตา
a
เลยว่ากัด
lot
ท้ายนี่
of
เปลี่ยนเนี่ย
damage
ว่า
there. Mythic
กันโน
is
กี้รายเย็น
sticking
ยี่
Peter
มันต้องยิง
and
เปลี่ยนเนี่ยว่า
Tier
มึง
two onto the mid lane.
ต้อง
But
ไกลไปกี่
จ่าย
เปล่า
จ่าย
แล้ว
จ่ายเอามาจ่ายเอามาจ่าย
trying to sustain
จะ
every
โหด
and he possibly can.
เอาเดี๋ยวตีก้อนก่อน
Finally,
ดู
the
หนู
Pirata
ทูนี่เด้อ
armor falls without using
ครั
up
บ
the lasting
เท่
insanity.
ๆอืม
But the mid lane tier inhibitor is
เตียง
getting
สิมาทุน
taken down
ยำลุม
in
ว่า
the
เนี่ย
lane.
สิเอบิสกิเตียง
Jazz
สิ
trying
เฮ้ย
to
ก็
บิ
เล
ด
ยเฮเว
บิ
ล
ด
มา
ไม่
ใช้
เต้น
เลย
นี่
เฮเว
บิ
ล
ดไม่
จ่าย
เต้น
Just going to be backing off.
บิดไม่เต้น
Oh,
นี่
the
ก็
damage comes in though. Jazz trying to look for something. Dark
Okay,
goes
okay,
in for
okay,
the
okay, okay.
pursuit. Jazz is getting parked down as much as
บิดไม่เต้น
possible.
นี่
Ryu trying to go in with the Soul Sever as well as the Blade Surge, but he will not be finding anybody. They need
อา
to
ยุเฮ็ด
focus
ไป
on
กันสิ
taking
แล้วนะ
down the lanes as much as possible before they take a fight.
มาเฮ็ดยังไปนี่เนี่ย
You know, I think Plus TZ right now has to get in better positions right now because we just saw in that not exactly even a team fight, it was just them trying to poke and dish out some damage to each other because it wasn't a full engaged on fight.
โค้ช
Plus
นะ
TZ
ว่า
right now,
โค้ชนะว่า
Ceruleum
ให้
with
โค้
his
ช
full
ไป
body
นะ
armor, yes, he does have the
อ๋อ
immortality
ให้โดน
in
บุชิ
life,
โค้ช
but
นะไป
going down
เอา
to
เลย
that, I wouldn't recommend it.
เอ๊ะ
He should
ปีดีว่า
have
ด้วยสกริม
more
เดาจะ
damage
หึงจิรอ
for extreme emergency
Ang
case
bueno.
scenarios and
ยาว
slowly
ๆค
but
รับ
surely, I think Plus
PD
TZ
เนี่ย
right
แต่
now
มวย
has
นะหัง
shown that
มวยนะหัง
he
เป็น
can take
PD
a little
เนี่ย
bit of a
โซ
step
เนี่ย
back,
โปร
let
เท
Dark
ม
and
เนี่ย
Plus TZ
เดี๋ยว
take
กี้
the hits,
เดี๋ยว
use
เนี่ย
heavy
ดินเนี่ย
Pirata armor as much as possible,
เดี๋ยว
and
ก็
when
มวย
time's right,
ไฮเปอร์
you just
ค่อย
go
โลบี
lay
ฟาร์มโล
hands
บีตัวเลย
and
ละมวยเนี่ยบัดเดอร์
secure the kills or capture anyone that's trying to run away, you know?
โลบีเลยละ
พัง
มวย
อะแก
Plus TZ should
เอา
better
โอ้โลบี
watch
เลย
โล
out
บี
at
ได้ไอ้
this
ไอ้
point
ไอ้
because
ไอ้
of
เด็ก
A
ไร
to
สามมือ
base
จะไม่เอา
to
แล้
get
ว
that immortality for himself.
ดีนั่งโลบีตัวยาวไว้จะมีชิ้นเนี่ยให้ตัวดีบัดเดอร์
Lord Pit is going to be
หัง
popping
แรง
in
แร
a
ง
second right now. There we go.
อ่ะเด็กฟันไม่รู้กัน
It's
เนาะ
gonna
นะ
be in 5 seconds, 11 to 12
คริม
score.
หัง
Yama
ง่ายแต่เนี่ย
Esports
ทีนี้นะ
having a slight bit of
อ่ะ
lead
ตัวเต็ม
and almost chunking down
ไอ้
that
ที่
mid
บังกลาเทศเต็มถุง
inhibitor.
ร่างตรงนี้
And this might seal
ร่าง
the
แต่
deal
แค่ใช้
of
ตัว
the
ได้มีด้วย
captures
0 ดะ
who's base first because I think
ดู
DS
ยิงอยู่ในชิโร่
do the same as well. Let's see though.
ดูอินเทอร์เน็ตเนี่ย
And it's
Toda
the
mi
main
ni na
factor here
dare
is
se ke
Viole.
san
They
ko na
need
na
to take down Viole.
ado
Because
ke ke sai na di
otherwise,
phui ne ba
Team DS
doga
will not
objective
be
sana
able
bana
to
amadu na ti hin mai
Oh,
sana
there
ba
we
ti
go.
sing na
The
sana ya
volleyball
objective to
comes in. Valentine
moi
takes
les
it
lo to
down.
lo
He
re
takes it
mo
down.
kai no
Now
dogi
the doors are ticked on
kari ba
charge
moi
as
les
well.
lo mi to kaya ba
Onto the backside,
sai heb
Jazz
to
trying to mark down Viole.
sai heb
Sai heb.
sai heb abra sai heb abra lu re mai les
ใช่เอา
le
ใคร
kat
ก็กัน
le
มา
mo lak na phan ang
น้องไว้
le
but onto the
ว่า
mid
วัน
river
กัน
area.
ต่ำมีการตัด
Ultimate comes in from Peter as
le kat
well.
le go
Ai
du
bảo
i
anh
sai
quay
to
thì nào.
bangladesh ki hyper do now do
มีเน้นมีเน้นมีเน้นก็การหลักกันนี่สิภาพพูดเลยครับว่าดิ
ปุยใกล้ดีกี้ไม่ดีเอสดูไทมิ่งด้วยดีคุยดีเลสรถไฟตัวมาฆ่าแต่คุยดีเอสตัวยิงแต่มาดีไทมิ่งข้างไม่ดับตัวแล้วชนะตัว
Viole is so very careful with
Di
his
na siya na ya ba?
positioning at the moment.
Di
The
man ako, no?
only person who can catch
Ayun,
Viole
tiram
right now
niya
is
rin.
going to be
Yung
the
internet,
Esmeralda
ano to?
and Ryu, and that is their only hope if they
Ayun.
want to
ไล่เจอ
take a
ปง
proper team
สิ
fight.
จะรู้ช่างรวยกัน
Something
เนาะ
with the
อย่างนี้
Starfall.
เลย
Abyss is kind of low. Fraction Pulse comes in, but the wall will be there as well to mark down Peter
เก่งแต่
as
สุดา
well
เรียน
as
สิเดีย
Ryu. But they are looking for something. Viole
Iya nga
knows.
nga may mga
Tiny
igano
Asa
yung phone.
comes into clutch. Just gets taken down. Tobido is getting marked down quite a lot by
ชี
Peter.
จะจ้าเลยจ้าเลย
Now
มา
the
สิ
lane
จ้าเลย
is
จ้า
very,
ไอ้
very low, and
เกี่ยงเรีย
Ryu
เลยตรีตาได้
pulls up the retribution before the Lord. Not very good of a situation for the side of Dark Hussein
แต่ตรี
right
เอาด้วย
now.
แน่
Valentine is
No,
back and
yeah,
will
yeah.
be joining the team fight very soon, but DS needs to re-engage at the Lord if they want to mark down Viole and clutch TZ while he doesn't have the Firaga armor. Of course, but look at him though. He's trying to mark down Viole as much as possible. Funny Valentine is going to fight Tobido into the back lane, and this time around,
Ay,
Ito
no,
yung trong mùi
the
na.
immortality
Kano
needs to
po
run
star
away
hindi.
thanks to the Esmeralda, but Peter will find
Bakit
out
siyang
the
puno sa luwi
mark
ni?
as well
Lord, si
as
Tommy na
the
luwi
best
yan eh.
TZ. The Lord should
Lang
be
pa to
over
Kaya
kubi
tawag
lo
na
ya.
lang
Ah,
yun.
ano? changlengi
finally get him count into their favor along with the map
John
control.
John
Only
liner
two
new
members alive from the side of Yama Esports, and Hide and Bush will be zoning them
Better.
as far away as possible as Funny and Ryu finally get the Lord into their hands.
This was quite of an extended fight, but okay, full build for Zushin itself as well. So expect to be a little bit more damage coming in. Look at that. a Zushin, a single lantern pole, was able to commit 20% of the shield. And again, another 20%, and I think his shield might be down. Have to use the last insanity to get away, and Jazz will flicker out of the danger as well. But you can really see Clutch Cheesy right now, no more able to sustain the damage that's coming into his face. And the Lord's coming in on the top. There's no inner turrets that can stop it. Gold ranking wise, Ryu right now the highest. 21 minutes. The gold ranking is going to be mattering less and less as we go into that 22-minute mark, which is the official mark of having the max bills for anyone, even if they're behind. So
The Lord, though, very healthy.
Defense tꯧꯈꯤꯗꯧ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦꯗ
Down the
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯐꯥꯎꯒꯤꯗꯤ
turret
ꯌꯥꯝ
itself,
ꯂꯥꯏꯅ
so maybe that's going to be a very
ꯍꯥꯏꯔ
free
ꯆꯥꯗ
inhibitor getting taken down
defense
by
ꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯗꯦꯕ
Dakusena.
ꯆꯪꯅꯕ ꯃꯤ
And
ꯑꯃꯨꯛ
of course, the
ꯌꯦꯡꯉ
king has
ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤꯅ
the
ꯑꯃꯨꯛ
demon hunter sword, so those blade armors are exactly
fuck
what DS needs right now, and that is what Jazz is picking up
ꯃꯣꯏ
very
ꯇꯧꯕꯤ
soon. And
ꯃꯣꯏ
Hiram
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
needs
ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯒꯤ
to follow suit
ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗꯕꯩ ꯇꯥꯏꯞ ꯇꯧꯕ
right
ꯋꯥꯅꯤ
away.
ꯗꯦꯃꯦꯖ
However,
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯩꯗ
Violator,
ꯖꯦꯔꯣ
with the
ꯐꯥꯏꯚ
positioning that he
ꯁꯤꯛꯁꯅꯦꯕ
has, huge respect to that guy. He is able to save himself every single
ꯊꯣꯛꯑ ꯌꯥꯝ
time
ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ
without
ꯐꯖꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ
falling prey to Jazz and Hiram Bush's pursuits. So of course DS needs to
Nang
find a way
midta
to
natonda sanaba yaba match ama
run it
hayon.
down. Just
ꯀꯣꯟꯅ
Viole and
ꯈꯟꯅꯁꯤꯗ
Viole
ꯕꯗ ꯅꯪ
and Viole in all the single
ꯁꯣꯏꯀꯣ
team fights, and that might just
Nati
be
hawkpai da
a win
hawkpai da
condition for them.
hawkpai mid wave khatang.
cracking out the base on the top lane though,
API
this basically means that they have to watch out that lane.
ꯀꯤꯅꯤ
And
ꯌꯥꯏ
guess what the bad
ꯑꯗꯣ
news
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯛ
about it?
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯀꯤꯅꯤ ꯌꯥꯏ
Kobe's not the best way clearer because his
ꯃꯤꯠꯇꯤ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯏꯌꯦꯃꯦ
every single
ꯃꯤꯠꯇꯤ
target
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯨꯝꯕ
is
ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ
someone that
ꯖꯣꯟ
can clear the way
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄ
and
ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ
walk
ꯌꯥꯝ
clear.
ꯁꯥꯡꯅ
So
ꯔꯦꯟꯖꯇ ꯖꯣꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄ
it has to be
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯗꯤ
Violate,
ꯅꯣꯛꯁ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
or it has
ꯄꯥꯟꯅꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤ
to be Clutch TZ himself.
ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ
Even Clutch
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
TZ is
ꯌꯥꯕ
actually not the best at clearing the waves because his skill, it
ꯏꯟꯇꯨꯖꯤꯟꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯏ
expires.
ꯃꯊꯟꯇ ꯄꯥꯟꯅ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯃꯤꯠꯇ
Casts out flames and nades
ꯌꯤꯞ
some
ꯌꯥꯏ
for a few
ꯌꯤꯞꯇꯨ ꯄꯣꯛ
seconds.
ꯇꯞ
So
ꯇꯞ
you
ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
actually need
ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯂꯣꯏ
Violate
ꯌꯥꯏꯗ
to
ꯃꯤꯠꯀꯤꯗꯤ
manage that wave on his back or else
ꯃꯤꯗꯨꯅ
you will
ꯌꯥꯝꯅ
see Hiram Bush
ꯃꯤꯗꯨꯅ
is
ꯐ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ
already in range
ꯇꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ
for a back
ꯁꯣꯂꯣ
row.
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯗꯣ
So
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯌꯟ
then
ꯐꯪꯉꯣꯏꯗꯕ
again,
ꯑꯅꯤꯗ
you
ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ
come
ꯋꯥ
into the issue. Violate is also
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ
the one with the
ꯒꯦꯝ
strongest
ꯒꯦꯝ
DPS right
ꯒꯦꯝ
now,
ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦ
and
ꯒꯦꯝ
you
ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦ
need
ꯃꯇꯨꯡ
him
ꯏꯟꯅ
in those
ꯃꯤꯒꯤ
team fights.
ꯐꯤꯠꯇꯨꯗꯤ
So what is it going to
ꯃꯤꯠꯀꯤꯗꯤ
be?
ꯂꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯏ
You're going to be
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯁꯥꯟꯅ
including Violate, and then
1v1ꯗꯤ
you're running the
ꯉꯝꯅꯦꯕ
risk of the wave
2v1 ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ
being
ꯐ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ
not
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯊꯥ
done as
ꯁꯥꯔꯤꯁꯦ
well due to
ꯇꯦꯡ
the whole
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯄꯗꯣ
wave clear,
ꯃꯤꯅ
and
ꯇꯨ
also
ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯡꯗ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯍꯜ ꯂꯩꯔꯗꯤ
not
ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯌꯟ
exactly
ꯑꯃ
winning the
ꯐꯪꯉꯣꯏꯗꯕ
fight because of
ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯤꯗꯨꯗꯤ
the number.
ꯆꯣꯟꯈꯤꯗꯕ
Look at the damage!
ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯋꯥ
Oh
ꯈꯛꯇꯅꯤ
my goodness, Toby has to back off and he doesn't even have the vengeance yet. So that's kind of like a green signal for the side of Dakusena to start up on the Lord. But Ryu, though, looking for a little solo clear onto the bottom side, while Abyss is the one zoning the members of Dakusena. Clutch TZ doesn't really have the opening as Dark has to
ꯁꯤ
completely
ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯁꯦ
stick to
ꯐꯤꯜꯝꯁꯦ
Violate
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦꯟ
to Red Jazz.
ꯇꯥꯀꯨꯁꯦꯅꯥꯁꯦ
They're going to be caught out in the tectonic charge.
ꯌꯩꯒꯤꯁꯦ
Can he flicker out of the situation? He can! He makes it out alive! As Hiram
Ay to
Bush
kalla
zones away
ye
Violate
kala.
once more. Again, the knockup's coming in for
ꯉꯔꯥꯡ
Bunny
ꯌꯩꯌꯦ
Valentine
ꯃꯅꯥꯎꯁꯦ
as well as Peter
ꯌꯩꯒꯅꯤ
will be enough to
ꯑꯥꯏꯔꯟ
take
ꯕꯨꯁꯇ
Dark down. No
ꯌꯩꯒꯗꯕ
flicker is going to be saving his life this time around.
ꯀꯩꯅꯥꯗꯣ ꯄꯤꯒꯅꯤ
Ya
Clutch
true
TZ
ya
is going to
true
see
international
another
thao si game
immortal
hoy.
T-Falls.
ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣꯍꯦ
Casting Insanity won't be
ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯅꯨ
enough. The
ꯂꯣꯏꯕꯗꯤ
stun
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
falls
Ore
into
si
the
lore
earth
to.
and Violate has to flicker out of that
ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯕꯨ
situation.
ꯗꯤꯐꯦꯟꯁ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤ
Two
ꯀꯤꯅꯤ
down.
ꯍꯤꯡꯉꯤ
Open Lord for the side of Dakusena
ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ
once more. One
ꯇꯨꯝꯃꯨꯔꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯣꯏ
inhibitor down.
ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯁꯦ
And they can push
ꯀꯦꯝꯃꯦ
forward in this
ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗꯦꯕꯨ
one. But Yama, they need to hold it together.
ꯑꯩꯅ
They
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ
need to
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔꯗꯣ
defend
ꯃꯥꯅ
their
ꯀꯣꯏꯇꯥꯟ
backline.
ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯚꯦꯟꯖꯤꯟꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯏꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
Whilst they are doing
Asi
so,
asigi MM se ko hanu
losing
thi
out
man bane
on
aduga
Dark
angang thi
Knight
oida
is even
man.
more.
ꯇꯣꯕꯤꯔꯣ
Hoy.
Something that can
ꯏꯁ
happen to them,
ꯅꯩꯔꯦ
and I don't know
ꯔꯥꯌꯨꯁꯤꯗꯤ
how
ꯍꯥꯁꯄꯨ
will they
ꯍꯥꯞꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
able to come back from this point on.
ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ
Because
ꯏ
this
ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯅꯕ
team fight,
ꯍꯥꯞꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
it feels
ꯍꯥꯁꯄꯨ
like the only way they can win right now is basically DS has to be the one
ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯔꯥꯌꯨꯒꯤ
initiating the fight on the base, and they try to use their home ground advantage literally, like the
ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
turrets.
Server daily.
But I don't
Daily
think that
server.
would be enough because
ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤ
I
ꯁꯔꯚꯔꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨꯗꯤ
think
ꯈꯔꯕꯨ
DS
ꯋꯥꯔꯝꯅꯤ
is going to be a team that is not going to be
ꯑꯥ
engaging blindly. But there we go.
ꯁꯔꯚꯔ ꯁꯤꯜꯂꯤ
Roy
ꯁꯤꯜꯂꯤ
Tribe
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯩꯁꯨ
coming in,
ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯜ
finally
ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯊꯝꯒꯦ
filling up the bills.
ꯃꯌꯥꯡ ꯃꯆꯥꯈꯩ ꯀꯞꯍꯟꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦꯃꯤ
Scarlet helmet for
ꯀꯩꯗꯧ
it's
ꯅꯪ
mostly going to be for
ꯈꯪꯉꯦ
Funny Valentine because he's the one that has
ꯃꯌꯥꯡ
the
ꯃꯆꯥ
highest.
ꯃꯌꯥꯝ
Oh, going for the
ꯀꯞꯍꯟꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦ
crit build. What is that?
ꯑꯣꯡꯂꯤ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯜ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯅꯤ
That is crazy. It's been a while since I've seen a crit
ꯌꯥꯎꯅꯤꯡꯉ
build,
ꯌꯥꯎꯅꯤꯡꯗ
but
ꯇꯣꯛꯑꯣꯅ
damn, pulling it up such late, but might just work out wonders for them. But I'm not sure how it might work out, man. But anyways, on the other side, full bills coming in for
ꯕꯤꯜꯖꯤꯌꯝ
the side of DS
ꯕꯤꯜꯖꯤꯌꯝ
as well. I think Esmeralda
ꯕꯨꯛ
and
ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ
Hilda almost have the same build except for that the
ꯕꯨꯠꯀ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
seven C's, of
ꯍꯦꯔꯤꯠꯁꯦ
course. And
ꯂꯥꯁ
on the other
ꯄꯨꯁ
side as
ꯂꯥꯁ
well,
ꯄꯨꯁ
they
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯅꯤ
Phobius. Hey, Phobius with the War X. I get it, it sustains, but I feel like he should go for
Yeah.
a little bit more sustain. I don't think he needs to detect that damage. He doesn't need to.
ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯝ
Doesn't
ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯀꯣ
need to. He's
ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯗꯣ
got the
ꯀꯩꯝ
king.
ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
That's what he needs from. Oh my
ꯔꯥꯌꯨꯒꯤ
goodness, the
ꯐꯦꯟ
damage from Funny Valentine. And
ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯍꯩ
Violate's already
ꯃꯌꯥꯡꯒꯤꯗꯤ
half HP, but the
ꯊꯨꯝꯗꯕꯨ
Lord is
ꯍꯥꯞꯇꯦ
on the base though. And Abyss
ꯀꯩꯀꯥ
does
ꯆꯞꯇꯦ
manage to
ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ
deplete
ꯁꯦꯒꯥꯝ
the
ꯌꯥꯝ
minions
ꯌꯥꯝ
into the mid
ꯊꯤꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ
lane. He
ꯑꯁ
does have a
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
couple of Kilo.
ꯃꯤꯖꯣꯔꯥꯝꯒꯤ
Peter
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ
dodges the traction
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯤ
pulse, but
ꯀꯔꯤꯕ
they need to
ꯒꯣꯜ
play a
ꯂꯦꯟꯗꯣ
little
ꯀꯩꯕ
bit
ꯑꯦꯜ ꯁꯦꯞ ꯀꯤꯗꯣ ꯑꯦꯜ ꯁꯦꯞꯀꯤ ꯒꯣꯜ ꯂꯦꯅꯔꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯕ
down a little too low.
Start.
The minions
Boy,
on the bottom
ish.
side
Imay
taking
taki
down
manamdadi
the
wa.
and there's another
Loy
wave
dio.
coming in from
Nakan
all
na
three
let me know
lanes
the loy
as the
kape
Piraga
mo iso
army
nakan na
goes
mo.
down. There's no more immortality
Kabak
for
to
Clutch
krum
Teasy
surai
right
kage.
there. And the soul win condition is going to be
Brother.
lovely if he manages to
Nakan na
Right,
sanga.
right.
kill
Chapmin
all
na
three.
sanga thaina ge je loy thaina ba loy manam shega
Not
manam
means to
us.
engage any
Ama
further.
tilo chana pem sawi manam tinam thi bi ni sinam ga na ma. Oi da. Thong nakan na mo masana na ha. To na mengi moi tak thơ đó này iru ju tho masana na ko ko tum tho masana perfume sai thơ lại không ma ka thaina da ai perfume nam ko pi da tau yu
Moidi user ju chatam ne manamda.
satya ba akoi maga leminabda ai perfume manam akan do perfume nam da mai manam nu nam mine pine wo sai to prik na khum kha nge nyu pai le tene
It's the scene from Predator movie.
ai mo mayang manam mi wo
Come here, kill me now.
nu pi ju nam mana mo
Someone's
de
trying to
kat
do
la
that, but DS is not buying that bait.
Koi
pine
koi classmate tinam zani.
Inevitably,
ai Bangalore da ko pan di tam mi gan da bo Bangalore college tam mi gan da lai khat pine wo kap pine no ai ne imanaba khoi ani imanaba ne du inau pa ni khoi tam me ba khoi mari mai tai mari khak yaw ba tai na notice ye out ki moi mayang gi moi pulap ne ba hambra
and look at that, this lord is already
os
spawned
ka
in.
munung do ha moi di ha ke no ga delivery ga tor lak ne ko college delivery ga chalura ga zomato ga delivery chalura ga lak ne mi hoy ba
Away.
tangak ko da lai khat pini ne ko ja
Winter Crown, but does it
ka
matter?
sung sang ko sung kan da khoi mari de tin na la ga
Immortality switch comes into clutch as
channel
well.
ga tu
No,
la kan
Peter
ni o
is
shendala
going to
pat
be
pa amot
pulled
pa tu
in with the
ko
spy
sa tu
piercer
kap
passive.
ning ne
Esmeralda
mayang
currently just zoning
hi
everybody
ye
out.
de mayang
May and DS needs to go back and take down Lord this time around. Any further delays could cost them a lot and give Yama even more
kap
chances
pine
to come
moi
back to this.
golen si si
Violator
de to bi
definitely still trying his so
kana de
very
ta
best, but is it gonna be enough? Jazz Peter
tar
playing for that knockup a bit, trying to go for a little bit of an engage there, but however, Clutch Teasy needs to back off. He doesn't have any of the Faraga armor left, just a
ai
slight
de
little
lie
bit.
che
But Dakusena
daku se
will find
yamana
the
parak
Lord,
to
and
ma
now
laga
Clutch Teasy has
rayu
tossing
you know
insanity his way
daku
back
se
to
na pai khal
base
ene ne
because now the collapse can
ai
come
de
in from
soi
Dakusena, but they're gonna
golen
play
je
it
game
safe
yaudre
around
ne
here.
mana jon to da men taudre de
Of the just
mai mat
activity
ma
of the family
golen je
going
ai
on.
yaudre
He's
ta
just
bana
there.
re
You
mat
know,
na solo
Jazz
ta da
mainly
minen
looking
che
to
shi
win.
le re
He's just there in front. It doesn't really care.
apang ma khalla
He's
hati le re
like, yeah, go take the Lord. I'm gonna be handling this all by myself. Bro's
Yeah.
trying to get this Sigma energy for himself, but
Koi YS spy YS follow.
the effort of all of the members combined is accounting
ha
for, I think, around
Koi
5,000.
kangu gi
No, not
YS
even
spy
4,000. Yeah,
YS
they just
follow
started
thado
on
pe.
4,000. Lord
Tabaksi.
advantage. Okay, finally,
ai
Dark
khal le
will
go do
sell
so
the immortality, and
pai
okay, a
pa
lot
dana
of items have been
sira
returned.
kanu go ha do
To be fair, makes sense.
siro ya di ha dum sala dum si la ya do
Haas's
moi pulap le
claw.
de me ga ha ga
Not sure how good that's
Oh my.
gonna work out.
Clutch Teasy. Again, the lapsing insanity, so that's one defensive measure getting taken out. Hanabush as well,
ke ba
soaking up sand, saving everything he possibly
ah
can.
nang mo kono so re ta
Quite
de
a lot of damage. There's gonna be called down low, and once again, the Lord is
dune
marching
ji
at
te
their
seng do
base,
ga
gonna be pulled down to the mid inhibitor.
fajare
Tectonic charge
tectonic
comes
stars
in
to
onto
fajare ko
3. They're gonna be caught
broki
out pretty low, but at
ta le
least the
dak
one
ta le
dealing the maximum amount of damage, along with the Dark. Peter is gonna find a monster kill this time around. The Jokusei
fajare
with the redemption of his previous
game
performances finds the double
atam
onto
tata bye
Violator as
bye
well.
adu
The
di
main spawn looking like it's a
international
triple
game
with
ngang ni
Dakusei are
ke
gonna
sang
be
ga
finding their very
ke sang ga no yin
Kung te ta te.
and Hilda with some
ke sang ga bangladesh ki team du ga
high loss or something.
ke sang ga bangladesh ki team ni guys
I mean, talking
Game,
about art, right? Art is
Is
one of
the
those
problem
unpredictable
with
moments because in a draft you can
Is-
really pull up anything.
kita je
Yeah,
kami endo wakat li
he
jadi
he
tau
addressed
drum ni de
everything
toy na ga
in
jel
words where he was but yeah,
Lego.
band we can see that
tau dre
right
hoji
here
kudi
going off with
kano tau re maram we
Jawhead band quite
Yo,
interesting
drop yo
because Jawhead
Lapu
is not,
ne,
you know, it's
Grok
not one
ne,
of those heroes that is
Kalia ne
great at
Penny ne aduga kano chak pri kano why nigga
tournaments.
okay
But yeah,
okay can make chap thagre
threatening as well because if you go for assassin, he can
First lens lo je perspective ni lo thai de.
is berani go shin ba ju first pick ni go second
basically lock
second
down
game tu
assassin
first
with
pick ni
his
ma lo
ultimate,
kat li
and
jo
yeah, he
berani
can
hi sai
burst them down as well.
iya maming sille me
Not only that,
Ahoy nan script
like
to
a second
Males lo character
banning,
character
jungle-centric bans coming out from
Queen of
side
Power
of
ganito.
Team Vintage Victory from
Kadira.
Bangladesh because they really want to
Dragon dim
corner
lokat pine
down
dragon dim
Lancelot
compulsory ne dragon de. Dragon de priority
is
pine
also
ju.
taken out. Lancelot is there in the pick, and now
Tilda
the
tilda di
hand
mo along na
with
dragon.
ban is already being
La je
taken.
kendo
It's like
ya.
they want to
Ado
force
sida
him
di kra
to
ot
go
pani
for the
figure shine dum
initiation
ot le
of
ba arli hamra.
Joy, so
Arli
that
tu
Lancelot
mid
will
dum
play a
ot pa
little
du
bit,
late game da.
like
Ado khang de da kamai hai no
comfortable
si
with
second game du di yeng first game
Lancelot.
du yeng de.
That's the reason they're doing such things. But you know, like that
Du
guy
he
is
lok thok re tilda da yet na ba.
for the assassin, so he can
Tilda
go for
counter du
something
hen to
else.
hai
But
lok
from
thok
the
re.
side of team Sacrifice, they
Koi
are
nu
more
pugi ba
onto the roam
mal ne.
centric bans. They'll be taking out the high
Ile
dose
je
and
ti do.
Khui thuk
and the ejector play that is
Alright.
obviously the jawhead as well. So
Ke
you
pa
cannot
do.
actually
Ban ji da keno par ba game to
properly say that
ne.
what kind of picks might come up from the side of team Vintage Victory. They
Chắc
will
luôn nè.
make sure, though,
Drop siya.
the turn in the
Ba mon pai ra kwa.
Lane slow कर रहे 3000 है
It
भाई
is
नहीं.
the almond we have already seen it.
Ba mon ji post ta je ne.
Of, if I'm
Maning
not
de
wrong,
mai
we
ja
have
koi post ta je.
Hyper
Ba mon.
Reborn.
Axel.
Game de or ja ra.
So familiar in the
Axel.
community scene, though.
Game de or ke ko de ja.
Yeah, the Balmont pick actually did
Trade is into
Ke
the
level 3 ho gए.
first game. Tanky heroes are really gonna have a hard time in the mid to early phases of the game, yeah. But nonetheless, though, Ash, here we are into the land of dawn. This is true international Southeast Asia.
Ban
And yeah, this is gonna be the first game for tonight. It's gonna be me
Lam
and
sla
Ash
legend
onto the
ba.
caster desk, who's gonna be casting tonight's first game against
Billion ho
and,
gए.
Bangladesh.
Vintage
Hello?
Victory from Bangladesh, check to shine from India,
Hello?
representing their country at this
Play.
moment. Two teams are from Bangladesh, and one team is
Kya ba?
from India. The puncture coming in, early game aggression being
Ai
shown,
stream
but
tau
there
diye.
we go. We're gonna see the first blood coming in.
Sai nè.
Hey ba?
Hyper ho sai nè.
Ai stream tau dia ba PC lagi.
Bangladesh starting their way. Hilda goes in there. Torio will be checking out Hercules. 1-for-1 the score is. Jungler for the roamer. Even though bigger trade is into the hand of Vintage Victory, but well start, well.
Yeah, this is the problem, you know, with the Balmont pick. But man, look at our guy. Oh my goodness, this guy is so aggressive. Look at him. He's just going berserk on Bit, and Bit is chased down by the. Oh my.
Oh my. What is happening? Forza into the way. Finds a kill onto the Bit here. Easy kill comes up onto Bit. This we want right now. Artorio falls down. Bit falls down. Romcom too. Everybody for a single time. Dash goes in there with a Yuzong, and now goodness, the Piraga armor is not so there, but it was a gutsy move coming out from Van Satoro. Puncture comes in, Throne Rose might come as well. Hilda wants to go back, but it will be the flicker upbaited. Beautifully dodged out the Throne Rose there. Sliver of HP, Revitalize popped up. And a free turtle goes into the hand of the Vintage.
Man, Ash, why do I feel like, you know, this is gonna be a very, very fast-paced game? But nonetheless, though, look at the Hercules on the back shot, just so aggressive, giving vision, and there goes the Fed of airstrike as well. But man, oh my goodness, Ash, look at, he will almost got the hand, you know, got a kill on the land. Almost. Oh my
Pudi pudan na re, pang puda.
Kana pudat na mane si game je. Brown pra mo ani team je mo. Khajik rak ta ya bhi pudat na re ko. Pudat na kane.
Just stolen away from the hand
Le
of
so jo PS
Lancelot.
ne hila.
Do have the retreat, but then it is the with the lance. I mean, this guy is so good with the Lancelot. Open it here for him.
Am ka ka pan ma ne thila ba.
In a very bad position, Artorio Sliver makes his way back to the
Packet
defensive
sign versus
zone.
Vintage
There you go.
Victory
Piraga armor will be
BV
taken out,
Vintage
even though the
Victory
Esmeralda gets
Bangladesh
countered by
team ni
the
ko.
Xbox.
Marangi play ne.
Currently, the Xbox is feeling a lot of
Marangi
hardship
kano.
in a 1v1
Yeah,
laning phase against this Esma.
Marangi replay.
Yeah, that's
Highlight.
true because Esme, she does kind of overwhelm
Bakya
the
mas
Xbox
kayet
in
na
the, you know,
yun.
first 5 minutes of the game, but after that, you know, she can be overwhelmed by the Xbox.
La
Yeah, look at this, though, look at Hercules, he's being
Yuri Hammer
targeted
sa what
hard
video.
using the combo of the Hilda beautifully on him, but yeah, he's just not gonna commit all his skills on the tank because he knows it's gonna be useless. But look at Faye,
Dali,
Faye
wala pa-
here,
tawra, ano
going
mo
onto
to?
the bush, and it's gonna be Hercules here, but let's go look at, man, look at Torio.
The falling moon comes up with the feather
Last
strike
evening.
falling up. There are WM popping over there. A lot of
Boom.
resources being baited on. But the last insanity was
Big feeling,
still
big
there,
feeling.
and it will be popping over there. Boom, bam, Matorio falls down into the hand of Kadera. And not only that, Kiafu goes in with a puncture, finds a lot to bid. Two men down from the Southern Sacker shines a 6-3, a 3 lead on
ที่
to
เป
the
ลี่ยนที่
micro.
เพิ่มนี่
And a
ที่
goal
มวยไฮ
lead
เปอร์
is
จะวาน
already
กีตาร์
settled
ข้างหน้าเลย
from
ไม้
the
อาสา
side
เป็น
of
เพิ่ม
team
ที่บังลาเดชที่
with
บ้าน
this victory, even
กี
though
ยา
it's
ไอ้
a
ที่เล่นตัว
200
ใต้
lead,
เย็น
a
ในมิด
very minimal lead, but still it
Sino
doesn't
ba?
work so
Ay,
well.
yabo.
Viraga armor
Agi, hyper
comes
siya.
back, Balmer starting the wave for the
Bangladesh
Turtle, but I
yan,
don't
miling
believe
mo pa ni,
Vansitoro can
muy
actually
bien,
grab it on for his
Bangladesh.
side. This is the
Bangladesh
thing
mo
about
man
Balmer.
at iling
You
ni mo
don't
player
have to
kay
snowball
mo
into
man.
the early game. You need that scaling, positioning for
Thì
yourself.
cái
And
này,
now
cái này ubro
they're
sila.
taking out Kia, but you need that scaling.
Cái
And
này,
this is the thing
mi kaya
about
mà
the
pero
Balmer.
man sang muli
You
trong mi
don't
mari
have
daga
to
mo
snowball into
mi
the
mari.
early game. You need that scaling, positioning for yourself. Now they're taking out Kia, but there you go. Follow coming out from the use of
Babun,
Kia
pare,
finds a way
kanan.
for the turtle in the way. The Barca falls down. Kadira goes in. Vansitoro goes out. Double kill by the last insanity. Romcom being grabbed on by Kadira, and he will come back as well. Retaliation from him. Vancy as well. Kia and Kadira doing wonders at the land of Dawn.
Oh my goodness, Kadira, man, he is just so good at the Yuzong. He came all the way from the EXP with the help of the river, and his Black Dragon form is just so helpful during objective. Look at, Kia beautifully executing the Phantom execution with the Retribution and securing the kills beautifully as well as the Turtle. And man, this is, problem with the Balmon in the early phase of the game. I feel like, this game, it's definitely going to go into the hands of Vintage Victory because they do have, that lead right off the early game, and they have a really good composition as well. And yeah, as for Sacred Shrine, they don't really have that composition, heroes that can carry them into the late game.
Yaro ye
Because,
bada
they
iwari
do
di.
have the Xbox, right?
Ah, da nga di ding yaro
Xbox is
ha.
really gonna hurt the Balmon, but nonetheless, going full berserk.
Botada hai botada.
To
Botai.
Hercules, a lot of options out there with the feather airstrike coming in as well. Fate needs to go back. There you go, going for the backline disruption. Kia goes in now with the punch, it falls down. A slain happened. Not only that, Vansitoro will be slamming on to Hercules as well. 1-for-1, the roamer for the mid laner is getting targeted down by the Hercules. But he will be taken out at this moment, and there you go, another fight coming in, and it will be the dash. The Infernal Pursuit by Romcom. He goes inside the 4 members. Xbox right down.
Cái lịch sẽ lên nhiều
down
nuôi
the
đi
burst,
xịt
and
bụi
it
gì.
will be Dash who will be giving the final blow to Romcom, and the EXP
yeah.
standard from India will be shut down there in the hand of EXP standard from the Bangladesh. Phantom executors right now the tier 1 is open for the side of Team Vintage Victory. They'll be grabbing it on and will be expanding the boss section.
Liek cái này thì liek cái này nhỉ.
The third turtle already 2 into the hand of Kia. Will be the third one uncontested.
Yeah, indeed, and that goes another turtle onto the hands of Bangladesh. They are, having a really good early game snowball, and man, they're just on absolute domination right now. Look
Ngay đây ha mình nói nên sẽ
Sacred
để cái gì
Shrine
ha
with
mình đây ngon
pressure,
đó.
even onto the jungle. You can see
Yeah,
Hercules
we-
going in,
this
but
is-
there
this
comes
is-
the Fed airstrike as well for
Come on,
the
don't
assist.
get
But
him.
look at
Easy.
Fade. He goes in onto the back line, forces out the Farsa to move away and cancel away the Feather of airstrike. And there comes Artorio. And man, he's just annoying the hell out of Esmeralda. But then again, here comes Hercules with the backup, and here is Gro's dash. Dash is not really helping out, man. He can't really do anything. They're just 4 members from the side of Sacred Shrine. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna go in. But here comes the Black Dragon form. He's using it to kind of defend out the mid lane turret. Yeah, but here comes Kia onto the Lancelot as well. Ash, oh my god. This guy, he almost got taken down. He was disrupted with that Phantom execution. But yeah, nonetheless, though, he did manage to get out of the clutches of Sacred Shrine in time.
Got reset.
Ban is really wasted. Really wasted. If there was no Herod, if it was a, let's say, any other hero, okay, that is not so obviously gold lane,
Hầu đây
it would have
hầu
made sense. But there we go.
ก็ตัวง่ายดีเด้เมื่อเท้ากู
Actually,
กันเนาะ
actually right
Yeah,
now,
ba?
no, I didn't push better.
เอาเมื่อ
Damn.
เท้ากูหนังเงี้ย
Or bro,
จะดับ
it's
ตัว
limited.
ดับยังคุยจัง
I'm just.
Tôi lôi lùi tôi đây à đây.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll agree with whatever you say. No issues. I'm mad at the guy. And he actually got the Alice this time around. So that's like 2 of his staple picks right now. It's either the Esme or the Alice. So, I mean, works out. But onto the hands of Jazz though. What can he play? The Khalid could be a choice, but there's quite a lot of crowd control for him to deal with. he could. Oh, okay. It's just gonna be the high loss on the Juxian in
My
general.
friend Ben
That's
to
a lot of mid control for you, and the Lunox definitely a
Then
very good
Baksha
pick here. But
Farsi
against the Juxian, though, what can Lunox do against Juxian? She's just gonna Crimson Beacon her way, like dance back to safety, you know,
Keba?
using up the ultimate. It's a very 50-50
Zero.
choice for both of those mid laners.
And both of them have really great. Never mind. Oh, thank you, production guy. But where is it? Oh yeah, good job. Finally done with the Thanos, is it? But anyways, wow. It's like it's my hand. Yeah, I should pretend it's my hand. But anyways, with it, we'll first look into the spells. It's gonna be mostly wow. Yama just all flicker party, nothing else. But Funny Valentine will go for that Purify. Just gonna make sure that Abyss doesn't have the best of his time picking him up, and Jazz obviously gonna be going with the Revitalize. Rest 2, interesting, the Zushin with no Purify though. I think he really wants to escape, but at the same time, I feel like that kind of makes you a little bit of a vulnerable target to Abyss, because right now, Abyss only has one target, and that's gonna be Peter. You know? So a little conflicted on this. To be honest, because it's pretty obvious. Abyss right now sees the spells. You can't exactly, freaking do a Tsunami Slam on Alice. Not a good target. Not a Hylos. Ryu might immune it. Funny Valentine Purify. So I think Hui Spirit is just, putting the scope on his face instead. So I'm not exactly on favor of that one. Yeah, I'm gonna be on this, but still, I'm gonna trust him. This guy got the MVP on the last match, so come on, do it again. Yeah, I'm definitely not favoring DS. You picked the Zushin, you got my favor. Bro, I support teams even when they play bad with the Zushin, because Zushin is just so peak. But DS, they have done it once, they can do it twice. But at the same time, Yama, back to the comfort server. Can they pull it off? Because this time around, Clusteezy will get a jungler that he might be more comfortable in.
Exactly, and the Ascension is one of his strong suits. I wouldn't say the best. Of course, the best is going to be the Basha and the Fredrin, but the Ascension definitely works out for the side of Yama. But along with that, once more, welcome to the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 into the first game of day 3 into the round robin stage. This is going to be one heck of a match because DS will love to win this early on with a 2-0 to secure the, 3 points into the leaderboard, while Yama will still look to secure another point for themselves by getting the score to a 1-1. So of course we are going to have to watch through and on which team does it better. But this time around, Lancelot starts off at his blue buff, while Yisenshin is going for a little bit of that triangular jungle pattern which he is so well known for, by starting off with the red onto his side. So of course he's going to put smaller creeps onto the EXP lane, and then he'll rotate to his blue, but which means that it is going to give Ryu a little bit more time to reach the small creeps onto behind the blue bird. Abyss though on the mid side, already taking down a lot of damage. He gets pulled back. Jazz is low though. Lunox is the one who finds the kill, but Peter will find a kill on Abyss as well. A perfect 1-for-1 trade, all into the hands of both of these teams.
That was kind of funny, but both of them may just walk away with the win while the roamers will suffer. And that's the fate of the roamer, unfortunately. But still, 1-for-1 trade, and it will remain equal for both of them. But Zushin does win out against the wave management, at least so far. But let's take a look into the emblems over here. It's going to be mostly, of course, the movement speed coming into the Zushin's favor. But what's happening? Violently, you better get out there.
However, Peter is the one who needs to flicker out this time. And this very good marking onto Peter right away. The moment he saw that his mate was in danger, but on the side, has used up a Molotov. Jazz needs to back off, or he's going to be taken down once more, and that is exactly what happens as Toby gets to rotate with the bravest fighter. 5-man rotation coming in at the turtle. Team DS do not have their jungler at the spot, and Clutch TZ is going to be securing it without any contest.
So far, they are having a smoother momentum than the previous game. I mean, they had a little bit of lead in the early game as well in the last game. So nothing out of surprises here. I think they have a good early balance, but once DS starts to get their first item power spikes or even their ultimates actually, because right now Jazz will also get a level 4, we can expect to see some engages popping up in the map all across really soon. Since this is the expanding river, it's going to be giving them at least more rotations wise speed, but Speeder and Jazz looks like they're more interested in contending for the mid lane instead, not exactly going any lane anywhere just yet.
Exactly,
Number
and
one
Yamaha
tare.
is actually right
Number
into
one
that, and they
tare.
are
Who's Peter
going
number
for those
one tare?
perfect little engages with the 5-man rotations right into the midline. But it's going to be a 1-4-1 once more, and Peter is on a 2-0 right now. So that's got to say a lot about the fact that he will get his Kaipyasa as well as Glowing Wand earlier this time. So maybe he might try to utilize that into their own benefit. However, Jazz needs to play it out a little bit safer. And maybe once he does get his items, the Blade Armor, the Radiant Armor, the Athena, he is going to have a much easier time into the team fights. Oh, look at that though. Definitely going in for something there. Abyss gets marked down right away, and Ryu is going to be finding out a kill for himself with the Phantom Execution. Ray.
Sorry about that, but anyway, 3-4-3 score. It is quite equal, but you can see Yama does have slight bit of gold, but I feel like that just 2 minions. But oh, Lunox will use that brilliance, which means she's going to be vulnerable for the next 28 seconds, which is not exactly the biggest window. One of the main reasons she's really favored, right? But oh, what is that?
Peter, in danger here. Bravest Fighter comes in. Beacon has been baited out, which means the green signal for Abyss going in with the tsunami. Trying to target down Vanilla because he does have some farm and gold into his hands, but so does Toby. And in fact, Toby is ahead right now because of that first turtle secure coming in from the side of Yama Esports. But this time around, it is going to be a 5v5 at the turtle. Hiram Bush, though, taking in a little bit of damage. He would not be able to go in for an engage. Abyss doesn't have the jump right now. Throne of Ruin comes in onto 2, onto the backside. Viola getting quite a lot of damage. Hiram Bush needs to back off. He gets taken down instantly. But Clutch TZ will be the one securing the turtle. Of course, you cannot outstretch him onto Bengal's server. Of course, and Funny Valentine here trying to look for some kind of redemption. But no, he's not going to find it. That's a 3. Literally, the turtle plus 2 trade all in favor of Team Yama Esports.
And with it, they get the lead that they desperately needed so far. And you can clearly see Toby this time around having a little bit more control, because I noticed something in the mid lane, right? He dashed in with the first 2 dashes and immediately went out knowing that Peter would go out. But oh, what is that happening?
Abyss is actually targeting Hiram Bush there, but onto the bottom side, if you didn't notice, Violet took away a kill onto Harriet all by himself. That's why a Lunox pick works out so well against Harriet. Even in the gold lane, she used to be a very staple pick when there was a Harriet gold meta going on. And right now, Violet, the amazing mid laner that he is actually being able to convert that for himself. So what DS needs to do now is actually Ryu and Skylar's, Harith and Jukshin all get their power and defense spikes, while Yama needs to protect Violet as much as possible and let Clutch TZ farm as much as he can.
Lane tournament moon kundri chana hi tabe hunu ni to ai to dun ni khalle
Mon pubi am ni no. What's happening? Some action on the bottom end.
pude hai na de ko
Tsunami slam onto Peter, but he does manage to flicker and Crimson Beacon his way out of the situation. That's one safety for him. Next 40 seconds, while Abyss doesn't have the ultimate.
ai keno da pori du
They need
dro
to be playing it
yuna
very
ko lane
safe
tournament
here
moon
because
pula
Jazz
ko
is
do
tanking a lot, and the return ROI damage isn't there yet. But the Throne of Ruin though onto the mid lane, onto 3. Adam Bush gonna be taken out very low, and he gets taken down. But Dark here has to flicker out of that situation. Peter still has the knockouts ready. He's looking for more, and he is gonna get it. But now, Bravest Fighter,
aji sillo as speaker mang so eshi daga
for Toby has to flicker to secure that kill, which means now he's gonna be caught out in the middle of 3 people. But the backup is here with the brilliant Lunox and Clutch TZ both here. Mount the Shocker not available yet, but it's not gonna stop Clutch TZ from securing a kill onto Jazz.
Right. But I'm still waiting. No, because the last time we saw the power spike, Funny Valentine immediately got the game to their favor. Yes, it was a Zushin that was technically winning, and yes, I'm going to be biased about that. But it's the same thing again. I feel like their goal lane doesn't hold enough powerhouse in the later phases, but at the same time, yes, that's a Lunox, which was used to be played on the goal lane, right, against the Harris itself. So maybe they can try to utilize that. Damn, that flicker. It came like an instinct, like bro is not taking a risk, like he basically said, get away from me or something, like in a very like non-humble way possible. I don't know how to phrase it, but yeah, he wasn't polite with it. But oh, do they want to go for this purple? Not worth it, not worth it, homie. But maybe if you want it, yeah, not worth it. Good job. Lord's gonna be coming in 50 seconds, and they just gotta be patient and try to create some more pressure on the lanes. And as much as they can do, they can create the macro pressure that they desperately need. And being played on Bengal, they are more comfortable. It's pretty visible. And let's see if DS can retaliate sooner or later with their Harith. And I think they have mostly late game, don't they? The Alice becomes a tank powerhouse on a late phase. There is the Zushin, obviously. I don't need to describe Zushin. If I do, the match will get over before I do. And obviously, there's the Harris. Skype is going to be coming out really soon. And oh, okay, there we go. Another power spike slowly for Funny Valentine. But the same happens for Clutch TZ. Hunter Strike secured for this man. What is that? Lunox with 2 items already? God dang.
I mean, he does have the hunter, I believe, so that's gonna be helping him quite a lot.
Yes,
And Juxin is actually going in for the Sky Piercer as the second item. He might have wanted to go in for the Wishing Lantern first, like he did in the previous game, but then again, his choice, we don't judge who is playing against his decisions. He is trying to look for some kind of a base card to kind of engage. Jazz gonna get caught out of it, but will have to use the glorious pathway to back off. But Yama Esports here looking very dominant with that 5k goal lead into their hands, and they are definitely like, completely winning out on this map once it's their comfort into the server.
Let's see though. A lot of damage being dished out from the hand of Yama Esports, and they have the Lord advantage. You can clearly see, and Bonk comes in from Toby. It's pretty obvious he's pissed. He doesn't like to. I guess maybe at least in the game. Let's see if it will be possible. So far, though, he's on the A+ rating. That's gonna be 4-0-2. And let's see though. Oh, look at that!
Abyss goes in for the engage, though this time around Peter will not be able to survive as Clutch TZ secures 2. Jazz and Peter will both fall, and that's 20 extra stacks of Sky Piercer and an endless battle secured for Yisun Shin. Of course, this time around, Dakusena seem to be faltering quite a lot. They aren't able to sync up as much as they would have liked as the previous game. And Ryu finally picks up on his endless battle, but onto the backside, Ruby DD combo plus the Throne of Ruin, though, this time around. Funny Valentine trying to deal some damage, though, but Dark is constantly marking him down. Ryu will get taken down by Clutch TZ. A lot of damage from the turret coming in onto the members of Yama Esports. However, they try to go in for Clutch TZ.
Emart X Revenant Esport, Arunodi Esport, Mutant, Second Sign, Pick to Plummet, Illusivity, aduga akoiga C3 Miraki. Revenant X Pack. Revenant di kano do nahan akoy na pubo do. Kainogi kaya tare kainoy do. Revenant di kano ka. Kainoy ka mo do kainogi lentinagi second spot to L shape second.
Trying to look for a little bit of damage, though doesn't have the Thorn Rose.
Akoy ga dum ta. Akoy ga dum stream reng dum ta na akoy
Thorn of Ruin once more, but the base is
Eclipse
very
ka na no khang de Eclipse.
vulnerable, but Clutch TZ
Eclipse ka na no khang de.
Damage this time around.
Dev
Peter
X
will not
Dev
make it
Dev
out
Arcana.
alive. Toby unstoppable
Arno
will
di
find
lay ja
the
re.
kill. 2
Mutant
minion
si
waves
ka na no
from
khang
the
de.
lanes
Second
are
Sign
going
X
to be
Team
coming in.
Official.
Controls gets used up. Dark
Megatron
finds the kill
Illustrator.
once more onto Ryu. Funny Valentine trying to look for something.
Woo!
but
Come back.
no.
Woo!
Yama Esports with the comeback. They settle the score for a 1-2-1.
1-1. You know, when the score was like in-game score was like a lot of the times it was kind of equal, right?
Reverse shift
So
to 0.
it was kind of expected that this game might come out to be equal as well. And wow, lightning
Reverse
flash
shift, reverse
right
shift.
there, Sarah. Girl was ready with it. I think.
Ish cut le mo. Ki cut le mo.
a reset out there. What a disruption comes in by the side of Sakrashine. This is the thing. I mean, like Sakrashine knows how to hold the game properly. Even though the early phase was really into the hand of Team Vintage Victory, we cannot judge like Sakrashine will lose out this game. There you go. The minions flow is still there, but if you talk about the macro lead, it is still into the hand of Team Vintage Victory. They got 2 tiers into their hand from the side lanes, but now
ซื้อไก่ชายาแล้วก็
is in a very bad position. Will be taken for the first time. A slate happened to him
กัด
there.
ขวะโคตร
Romcom will be the one who will be giving out the final blow. Fate with the 2v1 situation will be coming back as well. But now option onto the top side. 1 tier will be falling in soon. Not only that, there will be fights grabbing onto the bot section here now. Dash. In the bush, going for that tag. Flash comes up. With the infernal pursuit, the demonic charge coming in there. It's with the black dragon emerging as well. Slaver of HP finds his way back. But what just happened? So damage. Finds the way onto the shoulder. But last is already coming in. Artorio falls down.
Xbox
जरा आगे ले दर्ज कैसे क्या पीछे रहोगे स्पैम इसलिए स्लो से दिए उसकी तो हिंगरी फट अरे हिंगरी चल ले थोबा
What a way, guys! A big fight took there, and right now they settle the microscopes for them. I don't believe the Lord might kind of get contested because they don't have their jungler, they don't have the retribution right now into their hand. But look at that dash coming in, as well as the
Palising mga PA
will be the Lord into the hand of Sakrashine, losing out.
Palising Mariga
to the Lord. Is there anything left once in this game?
Oh my goodness, I do not know, man. Just look at this team fight here. This was the fight that, Sacred Shrine they needed. Out of this fight, they got so many kills. And man, they did get the advantage on their health. Look at Romcom here. He's just, going full berserk on Kia.
ก็ชินกซะตัวละสิโปดเนี่ย
The immunity from Kia is a bit overwhelming for him. And yeah,
มาชิปเลยแล้วเราเนี่ย
but nonetheless,
Oh, sige.
Nga si ahoy tu ne te le ba che ka sai
Lord is going to help out pressure the lanes, but
ไม่ดีกันออกมาเลย
jan ta amado horo boyo go bre amado horo mo dro e yin ge ponam de nga ko
โฮเกอร์วัน
hau je wa le ba ra ben ra ha ka ho ka ha ka ai ponam pon je yin nga Revenant X Park you wish toy Revenant X Park na te Revenant X กันมาให้มันตัวwish toy na te ba wish toy di pu ho le ba ngan ta na to ju pu ho le ai lagi wish toy ju pu ho le kon bil do kui moi di pu ho ba ke no lagi lik round di pu ho ram ne ba beso wa do pu ho ne moi di pu ho ang ana ke to si pa ni ya koi ngarang kana gi do ngarang wa ba mùi đi mẹ rồi mà cái điểm đi ngủ yêu yêu vào phải làm nhau để rồi dây mà bắn
น่าเจ็บไปถ่ายบาน
mới gì vậy hả mới gì vậy ta đeo bột này
get their hands onto the anti-heal and the Sky Piercer. I feel like the Xbox really needs the Sky Piercer if you really want to take down
504 now
the Esmeralda, Balmon, and this Phobius because he will
334
needing
bro อย่าให้ร้องอ่ะไปเฉลยทุก
Oh my, look at her. He almost got almost hit
ปีโก้ชันเอาเนี่ยมาชาตินั้นมา
on
แต่ก็
the
คือ
Van Saturu there onto the Balmon, but nonetheless though, we can see Artorio onto the onto the jungle of
ข้างแห่งตูเยอะจะป่วยขนาดงั้นด้วยเนี่ย play โด analyze ตัว analyze ตัวไอ้ยูข้างไอ้ยูกำลังยิงไงแบบไลฟ์แต่ analyze ตัวไว้แต่ผมไม่เอาแบบนั้นเอามาดูห้องเต็มเนี่ยเกมเมื่อจะบราวกี่ปีนี่ได้แต่ก็สร้างกี่ปีไอ้นั่งคุยกันบน Xbox ไปให้หนึ่งดีๆไกลนั่นนี่ให้จ้ะ Xbox ชุดตะการเนี่ย
kayo no para din goal EXP kan mo
goal EXP ko ba goal di ay EXP siya ano enemy pick na tungin na pa tayo pobes para di Xbox ngam man na
without the 2 members from the side of team Sakrashine, I don't believe they can actually pull this lot out for them because Romcom. They need Romcom for the opening. But look at that. They're going for it.
ไอ้มีน่ะไปกูจะเอ็กบอกเดี๋ยวนั้น
Combo comes in
เอ็กบอก
there,
จะไกล
and
นะหา
Fury
แก้
of
กัน
three
คันนี้
now
นะว่าคันละ
on the side of team Vintage Victory. Not
มันมี
only
อยู่
that,
คันเล่นเมื่อวานนี่นะ
falls
ติด
down.
ตัว
Feather strike coming in there. Trap down mechanism being
เอ็กบอกเดี๋ยวนั้น
happened.
ไกลอย่างนี้
Vensor
ต้องยิง
finds
กัน
his way back with the last
อาจ
inside.
จะเอ็กบ
Will
อก
be
เดี๋ยว
chasing
เดี๋ยว
him
ทาง
out. Katera
ปั๊บ
will
ไป
be boom blasting onto Vansatoro and will be claiming
จะ
the
เล่นเนี่ย
kill
โทบา
onto him as well. It's a roller coaster ride once again.
ตัด
We
ตล
are watching
ใน
Vintage
ตา
Victory
หุ้ม
getting that
ตัด
up.
ตลหุ้ม
Then we
ตัดต
see
ล
like
อาเจโรกัน
Team
เตีย
Victory and also getting that
อั
up.
นกันเตีย
But
เสีย
the
ด้วย
20
ตัดตล
solid
ตัดตล
score giving out that 7 lead to the micro and the 2.5
เดี๋ยวโซนเจมี่ตัดเร็ว
lead.
บุตรจังหา
One
เปิด
at this moment, you know you can recuperate this 2.5k goal lead, but lot after lot, will it be easy to defend it out?
I feel like this lot will be a bit challenging for them to take out because they don't have DPS. They do have a lot of skill-based damage.
จ้าเหรอย่าเอายิงเขางานอะไรกันเอ๊ะโซ่
Be coming in with the Grok, which is going to be giving them a little bit more crowd control into their favor, into their table. So let's see what will happen. On the other side, the Harriet, who is obviously funny. You've had a lot of funny businesses done for 2 Harriet games. You're not going to be getting it for the third one. And that's going to be the decision. And last ban coming in from either Yama and DS. It's most likely going to be... I think Yama will just ban another marksman, eh? Just make sure...
it's the Nathan ban. I'm telling you, it's the Nathan ban coming in from the side of Yama Esports.
นี่แม่ให้แนะนำได้เนี่ย
Kusena,
ไอ้โน้ต
what are you going to ban? They
อิน
can
เดีย
ban
ได้
out
ไกลบ่า
on any
ดูเช็คห้ามมาสปอร์ตตุกเก็บบ่า
Possibly
เปล่าเลย
the Alice could be a ban, but they have the Juxian and
ก็
the
ตัด
CC,
ตรัส
so
ตัดตรัส
not
พูด
that
ว่ากันน้ำได้แต่ไหม
necessary. But
Oh yeah.
อะไรมาทั้งนั้นมุ
yeah, the
เอลเซียบ
ban
นะ
might
มิโซรามเรียน
definitely
ตัวนั้นไม่รู้
necessary,
ด้วย
but
เอลเซียบผู้พี่น้องกันน้ำได้เตรียมหาอะไรกูจะเอลเซียบ
Nathan
อุ
is
ต
a
ส่า
bad
ห์
guy for the side of Dakusina right now, but
Game is all about revolution
if
brother
DS
ทีมมันไม่ได้ต้องถอยเลยเนี่ยอะไร
wants
เตะ
to go in
นาทีนี้
all out,
นาทีนี้
go for
conclusion
the
จะก็อยู่
Indie
ฟิลิปปินส์เนี่ย
ฮะ
ก็อ
I
ยู่
mean,
ฟิลิปปินส์
that's I think that's going to be the main choice. That's the only choice they have.
ตัวเนปาลทีมเนี่ยอินเดีย
Yep.
อินเดียก็ขนาด
Exactly
นั้น
the best counter,
Ninge,
textbook counter.
Nepal
I say
team niya.
textbook because yes, Granger needs
Nepal
change,
team
Granger
today.
moves a lot. So that's why
วิช่วยนะต้องผู้
it
พี่
kind
ไป
of
นี่ดับ
counters
ซึ
the
ม
Granger. But obviously lately people have kind of
ซึมกับ
understood
คาแรคเตอร์เนี่ย
whoa,
เมื่อกี้
whoa,
เนปาล
whoa,
กี้
whoa, whoa.
อย่าให้
DS
โกโด
pulls up with
ไฮ
the
เปอร์แป๊บเลย
Guinevere
Guinevere.
jungle
มาสเตอร์พาไปเนี่ยว่ะ
into, of course,
Lo
the
safety.
hands of none other than Ryu.
ไม่ดึงไม่เล่น
Let's
ไงมั้ง
see. Yama.
มวยมวย
he will
ฐาน
have
ไหน
a
จะ
chance
มวย
to
มวยดิ
respond, but
เมตาเลยมวยดิเอ็มเอ็มมาตุ้มไปอย่าฮิโก้กินนะมวยจะไฟเตอร์โกเลนจะเตะ มวยน่ะปะได้จะโกเลนกันแต่แล้ว
happening.
ไอ้
The
เงี้ย
CC
เต็ม
this
เนี่ย
time goes
Muy
into the
chanado.
favor of DS.
Ado kang
Granger
tournament
pushing
na
it.
taas
Hey,
din
what
na-
is that? You're in the
tournament
jungle.
hana u dim yo
Let's
kang di
go.
hay bagam de
Okay. Okay,
I'll
we
just
see
say- I'll
how
just
it
say that.
is.
Bamaga di
Yeah,
I'll
it's
just say
like
that.
you
Yeah.
you take the
Bama
Guinevere,
din
we're gonna
ling eh,
take the
Burmese.
Uranus, and they also
Bama
have
di
the
thai di dum
Mufasa. So
MPL
very
MPL
proper
MPL kya no
marksman is
M kya no
kind of
MPL
out
M
of
kya no keno
question
thok ko
right
Burmese school
now.
thok ko
But funny
M2 ra.
being funny. Is he gonna knock him onto
Ah,
the
tiga.
Irithel?
อ่ะ
He can definitely
M2
go
M2
in for
Oh,
it,
M2 the
because
Burmese
still
school
a
though.
purified
Oh.
Irithel or maybe a sprinter
Ruby
Irithel
Didi
does
Ruby
work
Didi
out.
to
He's
Burmese school
got
ni tro
three
ma ne
frontliners. I mean 2.5 frontliners.
adagi
มีมามิ่งอยู่เนี่ยตัว
However,
adune ai je
Yeah.
Ruby Didi ai do maming ne ha adune Ruby Didi ai je na
most comfortable
mangun ne
with
thon gim ne
is
lo no ske ma
to play
da
with
combo lai ta u do mai
but
mang mai
it's
ming
the
lo ga
Mufasa, that's the only
adagi
condition
moi gi
he is
hyper
willing
moi gi
to
y
play.
assist to ka y assist pa do pa do hyper do
And how many times
Burmese
am I
school
gonna say
kìa.
however, I
Vào
do
đấy
not
nè.
know, and it's just up to
ít
funny
lùi
right
để
now.
cooling rồi mai y assist cấp cái no mobile gen ko mobile gen le hore tu ma tam da mai y assist ai na
Bro-
tin
bro
da ai
pulled up a
yeng mo
carry.
Okay,
Bro,
okay.
bro pulled up a
M2
carry.
là.
Finally.
3
Pani he.
days after we
3
needed
days
Lu
after
nok
where
mies.
we needed it.
ni thai ni
Bro,
le
this
ga na
was
fa da
needed
ti
3 days
kan
ago.
do
It's
like
fine.
this is like
Gui
giving
ni
your
hai pa tau
assignment
ni lai
after
ui.
the deadline, like, which is I think very relatable.
Kai no, you
Because
are
I
a hyper
haven't
ni.
submitted my assignment yet. The deadline was
Ka ti kai hyper no mo ji.
Friday.
Oh, you are a
So,
hyper.
I relate to you, funny Valentine. You keep doing this
Okay.
funny businesses. But yeah, the Uranus, sorry, not the Uranus, what is it? The carry, 100% gonna be melting
Upai
away
like
the
le na
Uranus,
hyper
so
ja
no
hyper
funny businesses for him because
Yeah.
funny Valentine is the
Yeah.
one to make sure your
Ready
funny
go.
businesses keep
na te ba mo je
checked.
draw
On
ji
the
ma
side,
ko khang da
of
ta
course,
cha
even
to
the
yo
Lava
ma na
cannot exactly sustain the true damage that can come in, but the risk, that's the but right there.
No, no, it
Can be
sucks. What's the
amazing.
story?
yo
Carry takes a long
Yeah.
time to dish out the damage. She's
Oh,
gonna be
God.
requiring the Trinity
Yeah,
build,
yeah,
or
yeah.
else she's gonna be having
ဒီနည်းငါ
a
ဒီ
bit,
ဦရကိုဦ
you
ရ
know,
ဦရ
not
ဟို
a bit, a lot of issues. But there we go. Two purifies coming in, making sure just in case things go wrong, they have a
Yeah,
backup
but
and
we'll
a
go
flicker
get Lunok
on
to.
both of them,
And
and
you're
one
going to-
vengeance for, of course, hide and
He
bush.
needed it, he
And
needed
this time
it,
around,
don't
I'm not
forget
gonna
it,
judge him
wow.
because this
Ruby
hero,
did it, he
she
needed it,
works
don't
with
forget.
vengeance. I won't forget, and neither will I stop chasing him about the Esmeralda vengeance spell that he played on the first match. But anyways, with it, we're going to be jumping into the Land of Dawn pretty soon. But hey, do you know a fun fact? Guinevere is French, so in French there's a lot of silent letters, and because of that, you actually do not pronounce the N and the I's. Her name is actually Gave. Interesting, isn't it?
Don't teach me about French because I have to learn French in my college already. But please, enough
Oh my
trauma.
god, that was coincidental. I actually don't know about that. I actually
I
don't
mean,
know about it.
it happened
Wow.
today. It's fine. Nobody knows, but now everybody knows. It's okay. But judging from the draft, Yama definitely has it so much stronger into the early game. The entirety of the late game is going to lie in Funny Valentine's hands because he is the only one who can melt down the Uranus, the Lapu, and the Kalia. But there is always going to be the Farsa and the Granger zoning him far and far away. So of course, he needs to be protected at all costs by 4, 5, 10 people, as many as you possibly can, Dakusena. But right away, we have been called in for a pause.
Just to take a breath, I guess. Yep, just to take a breath. But for a while, hey, let's zoom in on each individual character. Come on, come on. Cameraman, do your job. Yes, zoom in on the Zushin. And that's a carry, right? No, that's a Gov. Nah, I'm just playing, guys. It's Gwen. Let's just call her Gwen. No. Funny, no funny business. It's Gwen. So Guinevere, I think Sarah and me know what skin it's referencing, but we won't mention it. Sarah has elite knowledge. Nice skin, man. I wish I could get it. But Cici looks so happy. Wow, this is.
He isn't happy right now. He's mad, tilted, I'm telling you.
But I guess it really helps that his hero is contradicting. And here comes Uranus with no legs, just floating, with his sheer aura itself. And wait, is she running towards a love letter? I never knew that because I don't have that skin and I don't have any diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that skin?
Yeah, I do.
Did you realize? Did you notice? Oh, okay, we're back.
Not. I did not because I don't even get to play Kalia in solo queue. It's just mage or ghoul lane. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3. Finally, Dakusena and Yama Esports have pushed it so far. And they will be looking to each secure this game. Go all out or go home is the game for both of these teams right now. They haven't got much chances left. Yama has already lost 2. Dakusena has won 1, and they need to find a win into this game because if they do not, it might just be game over for them as well, and nobody really wants that to be happening. But early aggression will not be coming in from any team because both the teams want their respective marksmen to be scaling up as far as possible, but we can see a little bit of aggression coming in from the side of Dakusena to try and steal away the buffs, but Jazz will be forced to flicker out. So of course, Ryu will be securing his level 3 faster. However, Clutch TZ already does not have, his red buff yet, so he's just gonna secure the small creeps first before going back to his red.
I don't know why I did that. Sorry, I was but yeah. Okay, Funny Valentine over here. What is that? What just happened mid lane? Hey.
Oh, wow.
We just look away 1 second and Peter pulls up something. Purify was not used.
Interesting.
Violet could have
Exactly.
used Purify.
Where's the Purify? That's what. However, Ryu does manage to get the level 4 earlier than expected. So Ryu here will have to... Oh my goodness, there we go. There's the knock-up coming in as well as the Violet Requiem. Another kill on the board for the side of Dakusena. 2-0. good early start so far, but not to jinx it for them. They still need to focus into their laning. They need to protect the carry. They need to play for her. They need to funnel her if they want to be winning this. But along with that, there should be a free and easy, quick little early turtle for the side of Dakusena, since enemy jungler isn't level 4 yet. And Ryu finally an uncontested turtle being secured by him.
Would have been pretty peak if, Hydron Bush was playing Vexana, but ahem.
Unfortunate.
Anyways, unfortunately, he's EXP late. So, to be fair, I'm waiting for him to play a hero that actually hides on the bush. But what's happening on the mid lane again?
Oh my god, tectonic charge onto Viole, taking advantage of the flicker cooldown. It's like Jazz has just turned himself into this monster who doesn't want to give any space to Viole to play. But they need to realize that this game, the threat isn't Viole, the threat is Toby, and they need to focus on Toby a bit more. He doesn't even have the Purify, so if Guinevere or Jazz get one crowd control onto him, he's dead.
He's dead, D-E-A-D, guys. So that's why make sure you don't die. to not be killed, just make sure you don't die. Very good advice from me. But yeah, the first turtle, it doesn't exactly matter that much unless you can convert it to an objective. But so far, DS had been doing it. They're doing it in a really good way, actually. And right now, the mid lane pressure that they're putting in. Hey, what is that? Well, just for wave clear? I don't think that was necessary, eh?
Exactly, it wasn't necessary at all. And even Toby will be having a hard time finding some space. Oh, Ryu, good positioning, definitely, but Toby's going to spot him right away. Good map awareness coming from the little boy right here. He is just very good on that Granger. And I think right now Jazz has realized that and is finally zoning away Toby from that turret, while Funny Valentine chunks down an entire turret worth of gold. That's like 350 gold right in the back for you.
320, I think, because the few minutes take it. So, but yeah, you're right. Why am I getting so specific, Mr. Nerd? But what was that? Why is the buff on the other side? Was it the wall?
It's the wall.
They delayed it for no reason, just for the fun. I mean, yes, for delaying it, it doesn't really matter that much, but still, it was funny to see. But look at that! Oh my god!
Instant ultimates coming in from the side of Yama Esports this time. Abyss didn't hesitate even once, but Funny Valentine did manage to find Abyss. TZ, he needs to back off though. Both TZ and him are low. Jazz as well. They need to find an escape because Clutch TZ has found the turtle and managed to secure a 600 gold advantage for themselves, which was previously a 2100 disadvantage, but now it's at 1600. So that goes to say a lot that Ryu himself needs to position very safely at the turtle, because from now, Dark and Abyss are not going to let him go at all. Toby as well, he's scaling up a lot. He did manage to rotate at the turtle, but now Ryu will be trying to find some kind of an engage onto him, but he is very, very aware of his surroundings and will not be coming out even once.
That's me on the summer. I don't like to come out. But yeah, I don't know why I'm coming up with random jokes today, but maybe it's just because I'm feeling funny. Yeah, that's a really bad pun. But on the top lane, they're going to be, okay, concentrated energy coming in from Ryu, and Clutch CC will get the Oracle. So both of them basically have their first sustain items, giving them a little bit more uptime into those team fights. Okay, let's just take a look into the items while Toby is just going Toby Pacha.
Oh.
I don't know, that skill is just funny to me. But yeah.
That is what, because onto the bottom side as well, the Lapu Lapu and Viole sync is a little too much for CC to be handling. Because CC, she has only one dash, and once you use it up, you are very vulnerable to the feathered airstrike coming in from Viole. And now that he has been killed twice, Viole isn't gonna come out either. So who can Dakusena really mark down? Their goal difference is falling down by every single second, and they need to find a way to include carry into the team fights before they actually go and look for some kind of an engage.
You're right about that. And only now Violet gets the anti-heal, but I think it doesn't exactly matter that much because, yeah, the Guinevere has sustain and Hidden Bush has sustain, but I don't think it's gonna matter that much. Okay, not Hylos, what am I saying? Granger over here will get that anti-heal, not anti-heal. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Again, Violet will be the one securing the turtle as well as the kill onto Ryu. Jazz has to run away of the situation. Carry, though, dealing quite a lot of damage, should be able to find Abyss, possibly, and yes, he does. He needs to back off, though. He's taking in quite a lot of damage as well. Clutch TZ finds a kill onto Hidden Bush, and now they are going in for more. Toby is going to find Jazz in the middle of it. Who is Peter? Is going to run away along with Funny Valentine, being the only two survivors of that team fight. Yama Esports is on fire at the moment.
They want even more, and that more is going to be this turret. Toby wanted to go in a little bit deeper, but just decides to go back to have a little bit discipline. So far, though, DS and Yama Esports had been going in neck-to-neck this match around, a little bit more equal, even as we progress towards that mid-game spike that's going to be coming in 3 minutes. This time around, Yama is giving a bit better contention, but it's impressive that DS, again, on an opposing server, they're doing a really impressive job. But okay, Jazz will get the Athena mainly for okay, he has the recipe item, so I think he should be fulfilling it because I think the Granger is going to be more of an issue as we progress towards higher into the game. But oh, look at that, Funny Valentine gets one of the most core items for the carry itself. This is her Starlium side, this is her Demon Hunter Sword. Exactly. This is basically her thing, the Golden Staff. It will now reduce the need to stack from 5 to 3 and might be able to dish out enough damage to force Clutch TZ to not be basically in the front lines anymore. And that will basically be a 4v5 fight. And once that happens, I think the carry value just goes sky high. But look at that.
And another engage. Once again, Abyss trying to look for a possible fight, but this time around, Funny Valentine has to purify a dark. Good bait right there, baiting away the purify so Abyss can find an easy target onto him at the next turtle. And of course, that is the entire plan. 4-man rotation up top to find that turret, and DS do not have any edge right now. Can they try and defend that? They cannot because all are into the mid side, trying to find a possible kill onto Violet, but Toby is gonna find the turret, but Dark into the back line, trying to look for something, but Funny Valentine will convert it into a killing spree for himself and also run away. Violet did flicker out of that situation, but Abyss TZ definitely gonna get the Tsunami Slam as Toby finds a kill once again. Good positioning coming in from the kill here right away as Clutch TZ will try to look for some kind of poke and is just gonna back off.
With it, right now, Yama Sports on the lead, and I think they can get a little bit even more macro if they keep the pressure on so far. Because you can clearly see DS has not gotten a single turret down. Yes, they have tried to put the pressure on the top and the mid, but it's not going to be mattering as until you take it down. And the slot fight is going to be mattering. Let's go. Ryu with the server disadvantage. Can he do it? Let's see. Retribution time.
Tectonic charge, Dark is gonna get taken down, but Abyss TZ trying to look for the engage. Ryu, can you find the red tree? You cannot. Uranus is gonna be securing it, but Abyss is getting melted down. Ryu is gonna find the kill, so that's a lot for 2 people. 1k goal lead still into the hands of Yama with the Lord.
But it's reducing.
Yep, it's reducing as the mid lane turret is there. It's vulnerable, but Ryu is in danger here. Can he get taken down? Yes, he will. Toby with the killing spree once more. It's going to give him a lot more edge than you would expect. Funny Valentine, though, is trying to look for a sneaky kill because he has as much attack speed as he would like to. Now, look at the burst. Clutch TZ doesn't have the mana to get the second skill. He gets the mega kill right away.
Clutch TZ, right now, it's your domain is over, the carry's online, and no more funny businesses for you, of course, because we just saw the melting, and that's the thing with carry, man. Once she's online, no amount of defense is going to be doing anything. Her only weakness is going to be that she's single target, so you gotta overwhelm her. If not, she's going to melt you 1 by 1, and you don't want that because the score is 1-1, but what is that? Oh my god!
He gets taken down. No, even the Purify wasn't enough to save him from Toby's damage. This is why you don't open this man's Granger. The only hope for Akusina right now is going to be Funny Valentine. 402 has the Trinity, is gonna lock in onto the Malefic gun, and if he can find one shutdown onto Toby, they should be able to hold the game out for much longer. But the Holy Blessing is gonna pop off. There's only 40 seconds left, so that's not good enough. But they need to defend the tier 2s as much as possible.
Absolutely right there, sir, because the thing is that even if the carry is online, the macro pressure, if they're not able to keep it, it's not going to be mattering that much. But what was that? Was it a flicker burn?
Yep, it's a flicker burn. Dark is going to be taken out very low, and the Tsunami Slam is going to be there as well. But no, this doesn't actually use it. He just flickers in and then doesn't use the ultimate because he didn't have it. Okay, that makes sense. However, Yama Esports gradually increasing their lead, finding more and more turrets everywhere. DS only has one so far onto the mid lane tier 1. And they need to look for more. They need to look for a shutdown onto Farsa as well as Toby. Because that is the only way they will ever be able to find a comeback.
Yeah, because we just got the damage statistics, and right now Toby's 16,000 damage dealt ahead of carry. So Funny Valentine has some catching up to do. But at the same time, though, Peter over here, he's basically the one with the higher damage. As a Zushin, which is not exactly burst, it's very impressive. He's been more active in those team fights, but right now I think Violet will slowly start to show up as well. Oh, there we go. The anti-Curious is showing up for the Grok. We get of course, the carry being Toby. Or was it the rich guy? I didn't notice. My bad. It was either the carry or the rich guy. Oh, he has actually both. The carry as well. 44.4. Yep, it's 14,000 extra damage. Dark goes gets the send back. But Toby, level 15 already. And who is better? Peter getting that wingman for now, at least. But what's happening on the mid lane? Melting.
Clutch Teasy gets taken down. Uranus, you sacrifice yourself before the Lord. That's not the best of decisions, but Yama Esports still have a lot of lead into their hands. And if Toby can figure out a way to find one kill onto any of them, they should be able to be fine. But right here, though, starting off on the Lord already, they have the carry to burst the Lord down. But Violet is there with the feathered airstrike, and Jazz needs to spot them out. He's taking in quite a lot of damage. Who is Peter? Is getting marked out. Jazz will flicker out of that situation. FSCZ trying to mark them down. Hydro Bush trying to get some sustain. Ryu is going to find the Lord, though. However, Violet Requiem onto Abyss. Who is Peter? Will find a kill finally. DS are looking at the space where they can breathe a little bit. They need to feed the carry some more, and then he should be able to do fine. However, Toby is still walking around unguarded, free, and completely dominating the map like it's his, and they need to find a possible counter to that.
They do, and right now the counters might be showing up. Here comes the Malefic gun, giving a little bit more range to the very short range of the carry. Might be helping the positioning. One of the things that not many people actually know, that longer range actually helps you with the positioning itself. Forces a Bravest Fighter from the dark on the Lapu Lapu over there. But let's say the Lords walking in the mid phase, I think that is not their focus. They are just trying to be sinking. Yep, that's what they're doing. Top lane and bottom lane. They have minion pressure, but I don't think this bottom is gonna get pushed out. Mid lane, do they want?
Going to mid lane, though, they do want to go in for it, and the advanced Lord charge does get it. But Funny Valentine dodges the last strike of the feathered air strike. But Ryu, you did not need to jump for that because your teammates were far behind, and it's only going to be one tier 2 up and onto the top side being secured by the CC. They need to be backing off because they're at a member disadvantage. Ryan needs to pick up on the Winter Crown if he wants to make plays like that.
I don't know. I actually thought he has a Winter Crown. Because that is 5-man jump, isn't it? That's crazy. Because even one person doesn't start, even he's going to be punching you, for sure. And the tank build, it's not exactly fully tank build, but still. I'm considering a tank build. It's not saving you that much, man. Yeah, let's take a look at the build. Yeah, it is tanky with the constant energy bait just being an HP sponge item. So, and giving a little bit more life steal as well. But it's not enough. But let's take a look into the rest of the members. The Zushin and the Farsa, I think they're basically equal 3 items in, but the Farsa has better damage items because the Wishing Lantern already on her hands. So Zushin, gotta rush it. Going for the Bloodwings is not bad, but I feel like as a Zushin, you should be prioritizing that Wishing Lantern as soon as possible to dish out the maximum damage as well. But to carry, we're gonna be going with the Rose Gold. Don't want to get bursted out because we just see the damage that was dished out from Violet itself. And Granger basically full build. I mean, he got to level 15 like a long while ago, isn't it?
Yeah. He did a long time ago. Plus, he has the full build, and now he'll possibly get the War Axe up next by selling of the boots or the Wind of Nature if he wants to counter out Toby. So, I'm sorry, Why will Toby counter? Toby countering Funny Valentine. But Funny Valentine here is making up on the Rose Gold, so that's a favorable choice for him since there's the Pasa and the Uranus plus a blade armor right into his face. And he needs to find a way to sustain all of that magic vengeance damage landing into him. But other than that, he can also sell off the boots and go in for a Wind of Nature just to counter Toby and possibly clutch it out into a team fight. And Ryu is the one who needs to play it safe. He finally has the Winter Trunkin. Goes in for the jump. Will get Abyss TZ. The Tsunami Slam. However, Abyss is the one in danger here. And there's a lot of damage coming in from Abyss. Hadamburst trying to go in for something. Immortality get pops out. Funny Valentine though very low. They need to back off. They need to recall. In fact, because Funny is low. And so is Jazz. They either need their HPs back or they need to look for and engage. But Dakusena have already used up a lot of their resources. Their ultimates online. BioLine has the feathered airstrike back. However, both the teams, are they going to disengage?
Now that is the question, because I think Uranus is very keen, despite the fact that he's actually the first one to be melted. But look at that.
Violet Requiem, it comes in, and Funny Valentine will find the kill onto Abyss as well as Dark is getting taken out. Ryu actually makes it out alive with the help of the Winter Crown, and Funny Valentine is still very healthy. Yes, so this looks good for DS for now, but Toby trying to get a lot of damage out. He actually made up the immortality instead of any other damage item by selling off the boots. However, neither team can actually focus on the Lord because members are down low every single time and they were waiting for that evolvement from the side of the 18-minute mark. But now it's only Clutch TZ and Toby. The Hiram Bush needs to back off a bit. He's taking quite a lot of damage. You need to heal up, Mister, if you want to mark down Toby. But Funny Valentine here definitely marking down the Lord as much as possible. Clutch TZ getting melted. Tectonic charge onto Toby and is getting taken down far, far away from the Lord. And Yama Esports will lose another Lord.
What does this Lord entail? What it does entail is a top inhibitor. There we go. That was some good timing. That is some great timing right there. They're able to time it so properly that right now they can just rush into waves, but nobody's taking care of the bottom lane. I would really suggest Hui Speeder, he's the closest, to immediately go there, or maybe, yep, Hidden Bush. I think he's going to be the one taking care of it. So, late sick. Excuse me. 94 score, 9-14 score, Lord advantage. What is that? He sold the boots for anti-heal. I would have preferred the Warx, honestly, because right now, anti-heal is not exactly his necessity. I feel like he does need a Warx. It will help dish out at least some true damage, which will help the... Grok with the... No, he doesn't really go for it either.
Oh, Abyss! Look at play! But the Tectonic Charge misses out as well, but there's the Winter Crown too. Funny Valentine dealing quite a lot of damage, but Dark is gonna find the kill onto Ryu once more, but Dark is getting taken down by Toxin as well. Funny Valentine doesn't have the space right now. He's trying to look for something. The inhibitor has been taken down. Plus TZ getting knocked up every single time he tries to go in for a little bit of something, but Funny Valentine, he needs to recover his HP. He's pretty low, and he needs to survive as much as possible, all for the sake of Dakusena to find the turrets. And if he does it, then it's kind of game over for either of them. But there we go, the feather airstrike once again, completely marking down Funny Valentine. Arabush though did manage to survive, still has the vengeance, and might just be able to stay alive long enough for his teammate to be back on the map.
I'm really curious to where is this game entailing, you know, because the fact that right now Yama Esports has basically lost a 2 turret kind of seals the deal, but at the same time it's Toby. Toby has made a lot of comebacks possible for his team, and I feel like this could be one of those games, but at the same time, Carrie is online. This is where the Carrie shines the best. She's one of the late game marksmen itself, so... Okay, there we go, the Lord advantage showing up, they get 2.5, but what is that? A lot of...
Okay. Vengeance still has the vengeance though, so he's definitely gonna make it out alive as well as the curtain call comes into play. With Peter looking for a possible engage, but taking in quite a lot of damage, and he needs to back off because one more... Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, indeed. But anyways, there comes the Lord, and with it, I think they might be able to seal the deal right here. But let's see if it will be possible or not. Can they come for a steal? I don't think so. Uranus will get melted.
Oh, Tectonic Charge gets missed out, ladies and gentlemen. There's no Tectonic Charge. Abyss trying to look for the engage. Flickers in. Will find Jazz. That's a miss. Funny Valentine breathing, but he is getting targeted by all the people around him. He still has the immortality, but immortality will get popped out. Dark has been taken out low. With the Trunking comes into play, but can he back off? No! It is going to be Clutch TZ who finds a kill on the Funny Valentine, but Abyss will get taken down by Ryu as well. 2 for 1 so far. Minion pressure into the hands of Dakusena, but Ryu, what are you doing? He finds one, he will try to find the other, but no, Ryu! Why would you do all that?
I tried so hard, but got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. That's the thing that basically happened. He tried a lot, but still, at least he was able to create a lot of wave pressure. Look at that. Slowly but surely, the side of team Yama Esports are right now forced into their base. They're not able to go out, and it might be a story end for them tonight, at least in this game, because it had been really great for the game 2, but this game 3, can they make the comeback? But yeah, it was definitely a kind of a blunder right there, and which bought them a little bit more time, but for how long though? That's the question, Sarah, isn't it? Because it either way, even if they try to buy time, does it really matter? That's the main question. So with this Lord, will they try to reposition, regather, and get this one for themselves? But we just saw the Arenas actually somehow took down the carry, which I don't think it happens often.
Yeah, and Carrie doesn't even have the immortality anymore, just the rose gold to save herself, so what can she really do? And of course, Yama Esports will be the ones, starting off on the Lord this time around.
Simpson, you should not hit that by. I'm not getting any
Carrie needs to join the team fight pretty soon though. And honestly, Clutch TZ here is taking in quite a lot of damage from Peter, but it's still not going to be enough to melt down an Uranus. The main target is going to be Toby after all, because if you mark down the Toby, you get a lot of advantage because he is one of the only damage dealers apart from the Farsa, and Farsa has only one kind of burst. So of course, DS need to find a way to do that. Abyss, of course, is trying to find a Ryu as well in every single team fight situation. And the Lord bait here seems to be working because the Yama Esports aren't fully committing to the Lord yet, and it's at half HP, but Clutch TZ taking in a lot of damage, definitely. And again, look at Abyss trying to mark down Ryu, but Clutch TZ gonna be taken out very low. Peter trying to definitely look for the engage, but Abyss TZ gets taken down right away. CC doing miracle work here, and the minion pressure coming in from all the different lanes. And of course, it is going to be Dakusena who will find the Lord once again.
And with it, I think their story might end here because the pressure is just being a little bit too much, and they cannot exactly go for this Lord either. You can clearly see the carry each time around, keeping the eyes on Clutch TZ, only making sure he cannot make any sneaky steals, and that's going to be the case over here. 12-19 score right now, and the goal lead doesn't really matter anymore. It's a 24-minute match. DS and Yama, they're at this point just fighting their own endurance because they have been playing for basically 2 hours non-stop, and I think this will close the deal right here. Carry will sell an item, will get the immortality, and rest of the tanky heroes. Oh, 2 Sky Guardians actually on the side of DS, and especially Hidden Bush is going for only 1 damage item, doesn't really care about dishing out damage, just wants to sustain. On the other side, the Granger finally gets a War Axe, and that's the full build. No defense items, all in or for nothing. Let's see what will happen. Yama Esports, this is your final push, maybe.
This is it. Toby needs to defend the Lord as much as he can, but oh my goodness, Jazz here is looking for a possible setup. Gets the flicker, tectonic charge. Ryu is gonna get the Violet Requiem. What to do? Toby is still alive with the base. It's a 25-minute Lord. Carry walking down the base with the Violet Requiem, knocking 2 people out. There's nobody to defend the base from the hands of Carry's burst and Carry's shred. Dakusena are gonna finally get their first win. This is going to be a 2-1 victory for them for the first time into the round robin.
First win in Yama have to be, well, at least one good thing for Yama, I guess, tonight they walk away with 1 match pointer still on their favor, and DS will carry 2 points into their hands. And with it, look at that, here we come. Nice, good job, Mame.
Again, good job.
Hey, like, you know, Family Guy. I low-key want to do the Peter impression, but never mind. But Great job right there, man. Keep getting
Lip
these
button.
Zushin MVPs, and I'll keep blessing you. And with it, the side of Dakusena, they finally walk away with a 2-pointers, their first victory into the round robin, aka the LAN qualifiers, and someone's very happy. Yeah, it's definitely Jazz. He's the leader, right? So,
Hi, do not
so
update top.
pretty impressive KDA from both
Missing
Jazz
terrible.
and Jazz. I'm gonna be honest. It's a nah. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Tanks don't actually have low KD.
Wait. Let me fix my stream, guys.
Oh, red diamond.
Killing spree. Solo kill.
इंसान को तो पूरा जावी बोल रहा था आसाम का कास्टर लोग
Case what he did. No, mama.
Shut down.
Yavi of Assam.
Mày ra ngấu lấy thuộc
東の
vào.
国の明日こそ我々
Maka đâm nào. I solo again.
Go top.
あなたはこのホッスのように私の意のままにされるだけだ行くよ
ओए मारो ना अरे एक को मार रहा है
Shut down. Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy back up. 行くよ
You got to have it there.
Don't kill him. I got the position, bro.
Turtle Slayer. Ally has been slain. 行くよ孤独にはない
Bye, bro.
Just need.
行くよどんな敵も必ず勝ってみせる Brilliant damage! Solo kill! An ally has been slain. 詩人戦士よあなたたちが弱い
It's not that item.
Your team destroyed the turret. Launch attack. Okay. Launch attack. Understood.
Get bot. I must record. Wanna go and kill him?
Team destroyed a turret. 行くよあなたはこのホッスのように私の意のままにされるだけだ Superb control. Double kill. team destroyed a turret. 行くよ行くよ
I'm coming.
行くよ
Game out to buggy.
Mid. Focus mid.
Initiate
That's
retreat.
good.
不安な呼吸さあ行くよ
Good.
Focus top. Go. Outcome.
I will.
Good guy.
कर दिया बहन चोद ने
Launch attack.
no light no light
Request backup.
Come TP करो तो
Superb control. Ally has been slain. Well played. Shut down. You have slain an enemy.
What?
天地よ動け Ally has slain.
Man, matuloy na tayo nila.
बहुत टाइम नहीं देखो चल गया
欲しいのあなたの命だけど行くよ
Yan na.
Not.
Enemy has slain Lord.
Try na lang eh.
Launch attack.
Go.
Oy. Yan nakal na eh.
हाँ एक दिन तो तन डाल रहा
行くよ
What the fuck is that damage?
東の国の明日こそ我々の未来
Come on, go. Mid.
नातानो खंग खंग मिल गए
Attack enemy lord. Our turret has been
Ay, bot
destroyed.
mid pa horo. Mid ta.
Click on it. I'm just holding them.
No light, no light.
Has been destroyed.
I can fix them. Come on.
Tenchi yo, ugoke. Superb tanking.
Tafu.
Make careful. Pain.
Our turret
Don't
has
want
been
to move.
destroyed.
Don't
Our
damage me.
turret is under attack. Shijin senshi yo, anata tachi ga yowai.
Yes.
誰にも本当の自分を選ぶ権利がある。行くよ。あなたがこの星のように私の意のままにされるだけ。
Guys, load me go. It's no time.
我が故郷。さあ、行くよ。
Madukka.
Put them mid freeze करो.
えいはあ。孤独には慣れている。
Coming off.
Start load. वो ज़रा आगे मत जाओ.
It's okay.
मत जाओ इन पर. देख सकते हो.
Destroyed a turret slayer. An enemy has been slain. 天地よ、動け。どんな敵も必ず勝ってみせる。
Ah, si tadi bungcang gimana?
Kamu kemana lip sih? Kan deh. Come on.
What the fuck? Why didn't I get the MVP?
I think frames.
Guys, 2 minutes.
अरे यार लॉबी नहीं है यार. लॉबी होता तो ये अकाउंट से मदद. I was asking that Smith लोग उसको पूछा था यार.
Where's Insan? Insan left the lobby.
दूसरा अकाउंट coming from another account. Let's go गुवाहाटी रे. इधर ट्रायड ही नहीं पता है बंगाल पे अभी. सब दल्ला लोग गुवाहाटी में बैठा हुआ है. Let's go गुवाहाटी रे. Why let's go Singapore server? Why want me to host?
How?
I think I remember this Apex and Radium playing Singapore by using VPN. Wait, let me do some jugaad. Singapore में we will get like 80, 90, 200 ms. Let me try out. सिंगापुर में ठीक ठाक तो आना चाहिए. वेट बाय वेट. कुछ खतरनाक करेगा भाई. मुंबई से आएगा Mumbai will meet PH players. ओ भाई कितना सारा ऐप खुला हुआ है. Who's this Baba Yaga?
Can you go? Party the.
Oh no, let's try Guwahati. If host है.
किसका पास?
I don't know man. आसाम का लोके में होता है, इमसन से नहीं होता है क्या होस्ट?
जरूर तुझे हो जाएगा.
Let me ask this.
See the buggy.
Let me ask some people. अबे साले लोग टूर्नामेंट लॉबी में क्या कर रहे हैं? We can scream against Z9. यही है भाई उन लास्ट ऑप्शन. Only they have lobby.
Bye, no.
I don't know how they got the lobby.
If you guys are in the mood to, with them.
They will just brawl though. अरे you remember that guy SBI का XP, that Jimmy something. He was brawling like damn. क्या बोलो? I was like asking them screams भाई lobby नहीं है माँ की चुत. That guy is going Navy though. Navy's आ रहा है. He's retiring from ML. कहाँ गया?
Oh, give them Hilda.
Please ban a hero.
Let me go drink some water.
The enemy is picking. Your team is picking.
Lancelot.
無情に流れる時間の連続だが俺はその流れを断ち切る不変の存在。
我は光の化身なり。Please pick a hero.
After this game, I will go in it. You guys just watch me or just wait in lobby. Hello. Can you guys hear?
ठीक है ठीक है. Send to my phone.
Oh, Lugovic gonna irritate me. I mean,
Let's go, Digger. Let's go. Let's go, bhai.
最後の最後まで耐え抜け
Tiger, Tiger, Lugo, bang, bang, सब कमाते हैं. Headshot.
This fighter emblem buff is good, man. Buff bhi nahi. It's like good for this basic attack heroes.
We damage is something else by
Freya थामोस के लिए अच्छा है पता है.
even
Even
melt.
सुयो है. कोई क्या है भाई, सब सेम है तो नहीं भाई. RE है भाई.
इसके बाद खाना खाएगा मैं.
जाओ भाई जाओ. टीडल का कौन सा स्किन है भाई?
चिकन करी है भाई, चिकन
Welcome
करी.
to Mobile Legends.
No, man,
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
I am hungry, I am hungry.
इसमें क्या खेल रहा है? मिडलैंड.
あなたはこのホッスのように私の意のままにされるだけだ。
Who is your midland?
Initiate retreat. Understood. Enemy not taking orange. 我が故郷よ。さよなら。
Ada hatro eh.
Request backup. First blood. Enemy double kill.
Bener.
行くよ。誰にも本当の自分を選ぶ権利がある。
Bismillah, going somewhere. I don't know. Board auto.
Normal खेल रहा है ना. There ya.
Ai, sao mà thu Ôi ba môn gì ba retri.
Balmon with this Fury Hammer. What?
No retri. Ôi, no retri.
पता ना के बाद वो कब आए लेवल में और
नहीं इतना नहीं तो एक डबल फोन है.
कोई नहीं कर रहा तो ऐसे.
どんな敵にも必ず勝ってみせる。
Bye bye. Mother sword vengeance.
मार पाएगा.
東の国の明日こそ我ら全地動け。
Đây là cái này mình cũng có cái này mà cái này.
詩人戦士よ、あなたたちが弱い。
Can kill him.
An enemy has been slain. 欲しいものはあなたの命だけだ。An enemy has been slain.
Nó chỉ làm thôi gì ba. Mày to như là này. Ấy là truyền thống này.
我が故郷よ、さよなら。
Raja, captain, captain.
どんな敵にも必ず勝ってみせる。
Equal bottom.
You wanna go?
Ult is
Chalo,
not
chalo,
ready.
chalo, chalo, start lo. Chalo, chalo. Oi, Jenny come.
जाओ तुम.
Maraan, eh.
東の国の明日全地動け。
Kill that guy.
Của Yên ơi là.
Oh, bot.
Nang xí mà đã là rồi cái gì mà. Nang xí cái đâu là rồi cái thôi.
An enemy has been slain.
Nice one, nice one.
Superb tanking. 行くよ。That killing spree. Shut down. Ult is not ready. Killing spree. An enemy has been slain. Fuck.
Right now, right now.
Oh, get bot. बाप रे अभी देखा मैंने Xbox का आइटम माता चल ये ले लिया पूरा
The fuck.
मेरा अटैक स्पीड स्लो हो रहा है
Team
वो
deployed a turret. Launch attack.
नॉट फ्लेवर ओए ओए देखा ही नहीं मारा छुट्टी भी मार can get top what do you call
Your team destroyed a turret.
भाई मेरे को बता रहे थे इनको.
Your team destroyed a turret.
uh,
Mega kill. Double kill.
बचा ले भाई.
Ult is not ready.
I'm hungry as fuck भाई. I'm fine.
An ally has slain the turtle. Superb control.
bye.
Unstoppable. Shut down. Double kill. Triple kill. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Hey! Ah, fuck. Right.
あなたはこの星のように私の意のままにされるだけだ。行くよ。えい。孤独にはなる。Killing spree.
चलो चलो वो चलो.
天地よ、動け。
What the fuck? One second.
You destroyed a turret.
Vale.
行くよ。
ओए
नहीं हटा
बे क्या आना
मुझे लगा मुझे लगा दीवार की वजह से हो जाएगा चलो चलो हाँ तो बच्चा फ्लिकर मारा 2 जन बेट्रिक्स एंड काजा फ्लिकर
bener aja alti kalau petang sama ini men
भाई Xbox is full tank build भाई
bener alti oh
मारो कितना दे सकता है मस्त बैठा है भाई ओ भाई कौन था वो जॉश की कटक गया मार
मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा मेरे को जाना come see winning let's fight ini मत जाओ भाई तो मारेगा क्या मारे क्या इधर आ जाता तो मार देता ये
तो
क्या तुम दोनों इधर क्या कर रहा है इधर आने के लिए बोला था
दिखा दिया भाई
I know bye but I was trying to take out
ओए ओए ओए
mid Base mar bossy ke. Ui. What the fuck? Bye guys. I'll go in it. After that I'll come. For the stream, okay, not for you guys. Just wait in lobby.
Nah, man.